Welcome in to our Falcons Steelers preseason week 3 watch party here at Falcons Today by Chat Sports. Producer Rolly and yours truly, Matthew Peterson. Gonna hang out with you guys for the next 3.5 hours or so and talk shop, talk football, and of course break down the main attraction, which is the preseason finale from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. We are going to let the audience build up as we get closer to kickoff. But let me know who you got in the final preseason game. Atlanta won their first preseason game in Miami. They tied the Bengals in week 2. So it could be like a World Cup group where you go win, draw, loss. I think you want to win, especially because you're playing none of your starters, but the Steelers are playing their starters. So that would be a good morale boost if you're like, dang, we took down Pittsburgh and we did not even play our starters. But if you don't win, it's really easy to chalk it up to, well, we didn't even have Bijan, Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Desmond Ridder, the whole gang out there. So it's a lot easier to stomach, so you can kind of spin it either way. But who you got, Steelers or Falcons? Let me know down in the comment section. Over 30 people watching. I politely ask, like the video if you have not already. It just boosts our stream to more Falcons fans. The stream gets bigger, and it's a beautiful YouTube circle of life. Archangel early and often in the chat saying ATL, ATL.
Shout out to the GOAT, man.
The GOAT, Tom Brady and the GOATs might have to move aside for Archangel.
I mean, Archangel is the realest of the real, Petey. He is always there. All the homies love Archangel.
I was watching, what was I watching? I was watching some NFL document. Oh, I was watching Hard Knocks. And you know, at Hard Knocks, when they put the fans that go to training camp on screen for a moment, and you're like, those are some diehard fans right there to come to training camp practices. There was a Jets fan at training camp practice wearing an airplane as a head pretty much. I was like, if Hard Knocks was in Atlanta, Archangel would have a falcon on his head. I literally had that thought as I was cooking dinner last night, Archangel. So you are breaking down borders here at Chat Sports, and you are following me home. ATL coming in from Chris, from Dre, from Annie. Love to see it. Justin saying, I want to see more of Ridder, though. Justin, I'm actually on your side. Like, usually I can get behind you don't want to risk injury to starters in preseason. But Desmond Ridder is entering really his kind of rookie season, right? 5th NFL start on week 1 against the Carolina Panthers. I would like to have seen him play more than just one preseason drive, throw 8-9 balls last week. I do think this might be something that the Falcons get off to a slow start. We could look back and go, maybe you should have had the starters play a wee bit more in the preseason, but time will tell. Kenny Pickett's playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So if Pickett, who started a lot more games last year, is playing every single preseason game, maybe Arthur Smith could steal, a page from Mike Tomlin over in Pittsburgh. Keep getting those ATLs in the chat, though. 43-plus people watching right now, just 8 likes. Rolly, what are we doing wrong? What are we doing wrong here? We've got 8 likes so far, 92 likes away from 100. We want to get to 100 likes before kickoff, which is about 30 or so minutes away. So make sure to like the video if you have not already. We've got Mr. Jose tuning in from what appears to be Argentina. I think that's the Argentinian flag. Is that Argentina or Guatemala? It's a little small on my screen, but I'm going one of those two right there. Archangel also shared the video. Love to see it. While we are, chopping it up right now and getting ready for kickoff, shout out your city. Let me know where you are watching from. Producer Rolly and I have a really fun pregame show planned for everyone here as we tailgate and get ready for the game. But it's always good to know where our audience is. So it's all about a two-way street here at Chat Sports, as I like to call it. It's not PD Sports. It's not Rolly Sports. It's Chat Sports, as Jeremy Beadling coins that term here. So, Elite, thanks for live streaming the game. Thank us later, Elite. Thank us later. Robert's watching from ATL. Chris is in Bend, Oregon, where I believe that's the home of the last Blockbuster, if my memory is correct.
They still got one out there kicking?
I think there's one in Bend, Oregon. Chris can confirm or decline. Let me know. Archangel's watching from Atlanta, Georgia. Love to see it. There is, yep. There we go. Chris says correct. That's what I'm talking about. All right. We do have a fun super chat menu for everyone today, though. So this is what we've got on tap for you. Any super chat amount, you get a shout out. Your name and your message gets on screen for everyone watching to see. First time super chatters, NFL bold prediction from either Rolly or myself. We have cooked up what I believe are some hot takes, like not kiddie pool takes.
No, yeah, we're not coming to play around today. We got real, like, holy shit, if this happens, that'd be insane.
We're talking about that one drunk uncle at the family barbecue that puts the baby in the deep end. It's like, kids got to learn someday. Those are the type of NFL takes we're talking about. $5, we're doing a raffle. And if you will give me a moment to expand on this thought here. We've got this punching glove, and boxing glove. And what we're going to do is every single $5 super chat, your name gets entered into a raffle to win this boxing glove, which we will mail to you. Rolly and I can sign it if you would like. But on top of that, our Saints guy, Trace Gerard, he's in Scottsdale this weekend for a bachelor party. So we went over to his desk. We took his fleur-de-lis. And every $5 super chat, we're going to punch the shit out of this thing. So we're going to get ourselves ready mid-season form for taking down the Saints. $5 super chat. We punch the fleur-de-lis, and you get entered into a raffle to win the NFC South punching glove right here, taking down Carolina, Tampa Bay, and New Orleans. $10, it's a beers cheers, and $20, we break out the tequila, and we take a shot, either Rolly or myself. Now, we do have a Steelers channel here at Chat Sports, and they are live right now, like we are, pre-gaming and whatnot. So we're going to be doing a super chat battle with them. If you want to take down Pittsburgh on the field and here at Chat Sports, if you're competitive like we all are, consider throwing some bones our way, and we will update the standings between ourselves and Steelers Talk. And let's beat the Steelers at Chat Sports and on the field to wrap up the preseason. That sound good to you, Rolly?
Sounds really good to me, and there's nothing better than beating the Steelers on the field and off the field as well. I mean, we're cooking up some fun things for you guys, like the beers cheers, the shots, if you guys are so kind. But $5 can enter you into a giveaway for that boxing glove. But I'm more excited about punching the fleur-de-lis, or whatever you PD called it. Punching the Saints logo is good enough for me. F the Saints, F Trace Gerard, F New Orleans.
Trace is literally just enjoying a bachelor party right now, and he has no idea the full-on assault that is happening on his team. So, let's talk ball here, shall we? Oh, we got a super chat coming in right in the nick of time. So we have a full pregame show planned with some, things to watch for, what to keep an eye on, a preseason week 3 for dummies, if you will. But Kennard Drake with a $5 super chat. Let's go, Mr. Drake. Rise up here for the Falcons fam. Love to see it, Kennard. Here we go. Let's punch the fleur-de-lis, shall we?
Yes, sir.
All right, Kennard.
There's nothing that makes me happier right here.
Give it some good lashings, if you will. Here we go. This one. Yeah. Here we go. That's good. This one's for Kennard Drake. Let's go. Beat the Saints this year.
Oh, you're going. I was nervous of that happening.
I didn't think this one very far. Trace is going to be pissed.
Did you break it?
I don't know if I broke it, but it popped off.
Oh, boy.
I broke it.
Oh, no.
He's going to be so upset.
We'll find a fix.
Thanks. Did not realize how strong I was. Got to lay off the weights.
I was a little concerned.
Okay. I feel bad.
We'll figure it out.
Oopsies.
We broke the Saints already!
We
broke the Saints!
Dude, Trace is going to be pissed. Okay. You get some shout-outs while I try and play doctor on this thing for a moment.
So Petey's apparently going to try to fix it already, but I guess I'll implore you guys to continue to shout out your city. Let me know where you guys are watching from. People are, they're loving it. We got Archangel saying, ha ha, Rolly. Listen, it's a good one. Crimson Falcon Gaming says it's an omen of what's to come. Listen, you're just speaking facts to me right now. Got to beat those Saints up. And, hey, the Saints are doomed, as Logan707 would say. But we got CJ watching from Scranton, Pennsylvania, repping the Birds. So he's fighting for the Falcons in enemy territory today. We got Justin Farmer. I can tell the energy of the team is different than 3 years ago, making strides, especially the way we didn't break down defensively. Yeah. Trey122 says, I love it. Down with the Aints. Daniel Connor watching from Ireland. That's some real shit right there. Watching, what do they call Ireland? What's the nickname for Ireland? I feel like there's a...
Irish?
No, there's like a something city, no? I'm tripping.
I don't know what you're
just
thinking
tripping. Archangel says the Pittsburgh Steelers. Kennard Drake watching from Richmond, Virginia. We got Logan in California. Ryan Chesser asks, when's Okuda coming back? So we don't have a strict answer, but I do believe he will be ready for week 1. I mean, we still, think about this. After tonight's game, there is a full 2 weeks until the first NFL game, so with the Lions and Chiefs. So you have almost 2.5 weeks until kickoff for the Atlanta Falcons is real against the Carolina Panthers. So I do expect Kuda with another 2.5 weeks to rest, heal, and get ready to be ready to play against Carolina and intercept Bryce Young in the first game of the season. So hopefully he is ready. We got Kyle Crook watching from Norfolk, the United Kingdom. How electric is that? We got Mr. Jose from Argentina. We got Ryan Chesser in LA, California. Drew Antoni says who's starting. So we don't have exactly who's starting today, but we do know that Desmond Ridder is not going to play.
Bijan is dressed.
Bijan is dressed. Interesting.
Along with Bergeron.
So we kind of knew Bergeron was going to play. Josh Kendall of The Athletic reported that the Falcons weren't going to play much of their starters. So.
Okay.
All
I'm
right.
ready to show the surgery I did.
Oh, brother.
On the Fleur-de-lis after punching it. So, my bad. No one tell Trace. This is our secret. Little tape job and, off and running. I think we'll just have to be very gentle with punching this thing.
I was going to say, your first punch was aggressive, and I was like, all right. And then he brought out the second one, and I was like, oh, boy.
I didn't want to cuck Kennard Drake. Trace is going to be so upset. Oopsie doopsies. Okay. So, I mean, if you want a boxing glove that literally is going to break Derek Carr's heart, this is the $5 Super Chat raffle for you. So with that being said, let's talk football. Let's talk preseason week 3. Let's talk about what to watch for in this game. In no real particular order in terms of importance level, I want to start with Jalen Mayfield because the former third-round pick from Michigan is just not really finding a home in Atlanta, right? Whether he started coming in and moving from guard to tackle or tackle to guard and then moving back and then unfortunately spending all of last season on injured reserve. It's been tough sledding for the former Wolverine starting off this preseason. Last week against the Bengals, I didn't know you could have a pass blocking grade that low. He was a turnstile, 4.4. I don't know if his ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend works at Pro Football Focus and the guy had a beef with Mayfield. And he's like, well, he plays in the NFL, so I'm never going to say anything to his face, but I'm going to sabotage his PFF grades. It was brutal. Mayfield just needs to show us something, right? Because I don't think he's really in all that much danger of getting cut because the offensive line depth is not that spectacular. But I think he is in danger of running out of candle wax in Atlanta, right? If the Falcons had a couple other rookie offensive linemen playing well, I could see them pushing for Mayfield's spot on the roster. But at the end of the day, for now, I think he is going to make this team. But I feel like this is his last stand because if he doesn't play a single regular season snap, when Atlanta goes into the offseason, their last memory of him will be what he did in practice, but preseason football, which was not glamorous, so they could move on from him after this year. $5 Super Chat coming in from
Hell
Trey!
Yeah. Let's go, Trey!
12-22. Which side of the ball will take the biggest leap for the Falcons this season? Offense or defense? Trey, that's an awesome question. Rolly, how about we both give our answers on the count of 3?
Yeah.
Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Defense. Yeah. I mean, we
That was
are in
good
sync out
housekeeping.
here. Because, I mean, before I let PD go in depth, but just the addition of Jessie Bates, Jeff Okudah, Onyemata, Caden Ellis, Calais Campbell, like this defense will only get better. Ryan Nielsen, I'm a big fan of as well. I think this defense is going to be much, much better than last year before I let PD indulge a little bit more.
Rolly got a much-needed day off yesterday, and we talked about how Atlanta will go against Carolina Week 1, and DJ Chark for the Panthers might be out that first game, and for Bryce Young, with Adam Thielen as a top target, that old man is not going to make life easy for the rookie QB. And I literally gave myself chills for a moment thinking, like, I know no one's thinking about the defense in Atlanta, but like Rolly just outlined, Jessie Bates, A.J. Terrell, Jeff Okudah, Grady Jarrett, sure you don't have a clear, future at edge, and that kind of, still bothers me a little bit. It's a great committee with Calais Campbell, Bud Dupree, Lorenzo Carter, Caden Ellis. All those guys are going to be chipping in between 4 to 8 sacks. So it's going to make life a little bit difficult for opposing offenses to go, hey, we don't have that number one guy to plan against. There's just a lot of really good dudes on that defense. So, Trey, defense would be my answer. Offensively, hopefully Arthur Smith can find a way to better utilize Kyle Pitts. And hopefully Desmond Ridder and Kyle Pitts take that, next step, because the chemistry with Mariota was just never there. Which Falcon are you most excited to watch against the Steelers? Rolly, if Bijan plays, it's Bijan. He's dressed, so maybe he does see the field. If it's not Bijan, I'm thinking another rookie from that draft class.
I was going to say.
Which one do you want to go with?
It's my guy, DeMarco Hellams.
Yeah, I was going to say Bergeron, but I love Hellams too.
I am drinking the Kool-Aid on DeMarco Hellams so bad, chat. I joke around with PD almost every day that come in and we're scripting shows and talking about preseason, who's doing well, who's doing not. And I'm just thinking right away, PD's going to be so mad at me for putting DeMarco Hellams in the show again, because I might be a little too aggressive, but I think the 7th-round rookie out of Alabama is going to make the team as a 4th or 5th safety, and I'm just going to go out there and call my shot. He's going to get some PT during the season as a 3rd safety sometimes.
We never punched the floor to leave the last Super Chat. Okay, put it back on, please. I'm sorry, Mr. Trey. This will not be as aggressive as the last one, as I might run out of tape if I keep this kind of arm strength up here. But just a little love tap. Ready? Kind of like a little, hello there. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, now I almost got carried away. So
you're nervous there. I think you could have gave it a little more push, but I get the concern.
Next Super Chat, we'll try to find a line in the sand here. $5 Super Chat. We punched the floor to Lee. We literally broke it the first time. So we're off to a great start here. This is how we rumble at Falcons today. So that brings us very nicely into our second thing to watch for, which is Rolly's man out of Tuscaloosa, DeMarco Hellams, staying hot. The guy has 3 interceptions through 2 preseason games. I'm confident to say he's making the 53-man roster. I mean, the way he played last week against the Bengals, sure, it was not Joe Burrow, but Trevor Siemian's not some UDFA quarterback. Trevor Siemian is when I say starting quarterback, he has a lot of starts under his belt in this league. And DeMarco Hellams played really well against him and the rest of that Bengals offense. I've loved what I've seen so far out of him. Three interceptions, 2 interceptions. It feels like more. 1 pass breakup. So Hellams, in my book, he has made this roster. The next question will be, when the regular season rolls around, it's going to be Jessie Bates and Richie Grant on the field. But knock on wood, not knock on wood, the opposite knock on wood. If an injury were to happen, knock on wood, it doesn't happen, who would be that next guy up, right? Would it be Hawkins? Would it be Abernathy? Would it be Hellams? I think this is what Hellams is playing for, to be viewed as this team's 3rd safety. Third thing to keep an eye on, Josh Ali. He continues to make a push for this roster. He has been that preseason legend. Every year there's some player that sort of emerges and becomes a cult favorite for the fan base that watches all preseason games. So far, 4 grabs, 53 yards. I know those aren't eye-popping numbers, but as far as preseason goes, I think that's relatively impressive. Now, the wide receiver room for Atlanta, London, Holland, Scotty Miller, Kaderil Hodge, I think those 4 guys are comfortably on this roster. Some more comfortable than others, of course. But Ali, Harris, J.J. Arthega-Whiteside, Penny Hart, Bolden, They are all battling for that last spot or two, whether Atlanta goes with 6 or 5 wide receivers. So if Ali can continue to put up really good tape in the preseason, hopefully he can cement himself on this 53-man roster, which we will know Tuesday at 4 o'clock Eastern. But can we get to 100 likes before the game starts? We're at 25 likes right now, 86 people watching. Let's get ourselves to 35 likes before we jump into our fourth thing to watch for this preseason finale. Like the video, and when you do, type me down in the chat right now. I'm going to give shout-outs to everyone who has liked the video so far. So if you want your name to be verbalized on YouTube forever, type me and like the video. We've got Archangel. If Archangel could like the video 1,000 times, he would do it. The guy is just a living legend here at the channel. So let me know if you have liked the video, as we are 3 likes away from 35 likes. And then we will jump into our fourth thing to watch for. Don Julio has liked the video. Thank you so much, Don. Thank you, Bobby. Keep getting those me's down in the comment section. 2 likes away, 1 like away. Kennard Drake, my man right there. Michael Taylor, 35 likes. That's what I am talking about. All right, Rolly, our fourth thing to watch for. Trey Flowers and Cornell Armstrong battle. The cornerback room is starting to take form, and I think one of these two guys makes the roster. And one is out of a job for the time being. So I'm really excited to see how they, make their final pitch to Atlanta and Terry Fontenot to make this roster. Because when we look at the cornerback room, let's just start calling out locks, shall we? A.J. Terrell, Jeff Okudah, D. Alford, Mike Hughes, Clark Phillips. We're at 4 right there. That leaves Armstrong, Flowers, and Hall, and I guess Borders and Brooks, but I think those last two guys are kind of, further behind than the rest of the bunch. They are battling for the last cornerback spot or 2. So I think Armstrong and Flowers definitely competing for that 5th or really 6th cornerback spot, along with Hall to go with it. So that is something to keep an eye on for sure throughout this game. And then our 5th and final thing to watch for, this is more on Arthur Smith, and he took ownership of this after the last preseason game, but less penalties from the offensive line. Chris Lindstrom's not going to be out there. Caleb McGarry is not going to be out there. Most of the starting players are not even dressing for this game, but still, the coaching staff, they have to institute a level of discipline that is team-wide. It's not just about getting the starters on the same page. That's just not how football is played. It is a team. You can't just have the starters be perfect, but it's okay if the backups screw up. Those aren't the starters. No, it's contagious. It's entirely program-based, and so you have to institute a better discipline level, top to bottom. Last week, it was a disaster. You just can't have one of the highest-paid guards, if not, no, the highest-paid guard now in Chris Lindstrom getting flagged twice on the opening series. That's just not going to cut it. It's not going to cut it. Last week, 4 sacks allowed, 5 penalties. That's just embarrassing, especially for a unit that prides themselves, in my eyes, on being a top 5 offensive line. I think they are right there with the Philadelphia Eagles of the world, the Cleveland Browns, some of the better O-lines in the league. Atlanta's got the making for that, right? Caleb McGarry, breakout season a year ago. Chris Lindstrom, a top 3 guard, no questions asked. Jake Matthews, a franchise left tackle. Drew Dahlman, hopefully, I wouldn't say a breakout year coming, but just the ability to kind of keep up with these other really good pieces on the offensive line. And then Matthew Bergeron, a second-round pick, potentially being your week 1 starting left guard. So those are some things to keep an eye on as we are closing in on kickoff from Mercedes-Benz between the Steelers and the Atlanta Falcons. Super chat menu tonight. Any super chat, you get a shout out. So if you want to get on screen, you want to get some free publicity, well, free's got a bit of a caveat, but you do get publicity. You can super chat. We'll throw it on screen. First time super chatters, if this is your first time super chatting, greatly appreciated. Rolly and I have cooked up some of our hottest takes, Falcons related and NFL related league wide, for first time super chatters. We will rattle them off as we get those super chats in. $5 super chat. We are raffling off this boxing glove to beat the NFC South. We're talking Bucks, we're talking Panthers, we're talking Saints. We literally broke the Fleur-de-Lis off of the chain for the first $5 super chat. Good tape job, and she's ready to roll. So if you want to be entered into a raffle to win this signed boxing glove, we will mail it to you. And I think it is one of the greatest conversation starters to be added to your man cave, your office, whatever. Like, oh, Muhammad Ali signed that glove. I'll do you one better. It was a Josh Ali game, and Petey and Rolly signed that glove, and we beat the Fleur-de-Lis off the chain. And the guy is just completely lost interest at that point. But at least you have a good story. $10, a beers, cheers, $20. It is a shot. Oh, boy. Steelers talk came to play. If they want to peak in the preseason, if they want to peak in the tailgate and show up drunk to the game, by all means, Steelers fans, do your thing. But let's take down Steelers talk on the field. And in Super Chats today, Rolly, just this Falcons team is not going to win by winning by 35 points this year.
No, yeah.
Chip away at it, baby.
Yeah,
Just
I'll
like
also
here.
say this, is that those shitty Steelers fans over there were calling us out. I mean, freaking Jack Sperry and Jeffrey Cooperstein were saying F Rolly, F Petey over there after getting a large super chat. So
They literally chant F insert name like the Taliban. They get so carried away with it. It's like, it's preseason football. So if you know someone obnoxious like that, I kind of view them as the Anders of the league.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're like, they think they're super cool.
Oh!
A $20 super chat! First timer from Mark Carrazzo!
Let's go, Mark!
Let's go, Mark! A $20 super chat. That's some shots right there.
That is a pair of shots, and he gets put in the raffle.
And first time super chatter.
Oh, hot take.
We got some hot takes. That's the trifecta. That's the trifecta.
The triple crown, right, if you will.
Let's go, Mark. Thank you so much for the super chat. Rise up, dude. Appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the channel. What do you want to start with?
Let's start with
the shots.
A nice little punch.
A punch?
Let's get the punch.
Let's get the punch in.
Let's get the punch in.
Let's get the punch in. Okay.
Because anytime you get a chance to punch the Saints logo, you got to take advantage
Mark
of
saying
it.
riding with Ridder. Love to see it. Love to see it.
Shout out to you, Mark. Let's go.
Say something nice about Desmond Ridder. He's a big cough drop guy. That's a good guy to have in your corner. Everyone always needs like, hey, do you have any cough drops? Like, dude, go talk to number 9.
Did you bring your shot glass by chance too?
I did indeed.
Okay.
I'm a good Boy Scout. Okay. For Mark, a little bit of a tougher punch here.
Yes. That was a good punch.
That was a good punch.
That was a good punch. I think you found your happy medium.
Yep, I did indeed.
But I don't know if you could tell up here, I got my 1800 tequila tonight. I think that's what we're both taking. So tequila shots are on deck for Petey and me.
Oh, here's my glass.
Ooh, went with Hawaii today.
Yes. Isaiah, are the Falcons sitting most of their starters? If I say yes, will you leave the stream? Otherwise, I refuse to answer. But
I plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth. Yep, that's why they created that amendment for preseason football.
Yeah, it's like so you guys can hang out with
Rolly
us.
serving up a fat shot.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Petey hammered.
Yeah. Petey drove, so this will be an interesting experiment. Here we go.
Here's my
Cannonball coming. Bottoms up.
Oh. No, first. Oh!
A $20 super chat coming in from Bizarrely Brilliant Shorts. Let's go.
Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about.
Woo! And we got the trifecta again.
Yep, we did. Arthur Smith's mustache will guide us to the promised land. Rolly, really quickly, 4-wide mustache draft.
What?
Mustache draft.
I don't know if I could get this done.
Just all-time mustaches.
Raleigh Fingers.
Who's Raleigh Fingers?
Okay. That's a baseball player.
Okay.
Keith Hernandez makes the list.
Keith Hernandez?
Rogers looks good on Hard Knocks.
I'm going to go with the actor that plays Monica's boyfriend in Friends, Richard, if anyone could help me in the chat with
Obviously,
his name.
Arthur Smith makes the list.
Arthur Smith is the
Will
one.
Ferrell and Anchorman.
That's a great mustache, yep.
All right. I want to hand over your shot glass again.
Yeah.
So I'll get your shot. You punch the fleur de lis.
And
then we'll give one hot take each.
One each. Love it. Less than 5 minutes away from kickoff. Okay. Here we go. And Mr. or Mrs. Bizarrely Brilliant Shorts entered into the raffle, of course, to win the signed boxing glove right here.
Yeah, you found your happy medium.
Bingo.
Yeah. Good stuff, Petey.
I doubt Trace even notices. Let's be honest. Saints
Yeah,
fans,
he won't.
They're not the brightest down in New Orleans.
Very dumb.
Yeah, it's not.
Shot time.
It's not an Oxford education. Cannonball. Okay.
All right, we got 4 minutes to kickoff, so 2 hot takes.
2 hot takes. You first?
I'll go first.
You first. Go for
My
it.
first hot take, and it doesn't even have to do with the Atlanta Falcons. It is that the Buffalo Bills will regress. And when I mean regress, I mean 9-8 regression here. Obviously, they have owned the AFC East and been one of the top 3 teams in the AFC, maybe top 4 teams in the entire NFL over the past 3 seasons. But I think their roster got worse from last year. Josh Allen's got a little too Hollywood on us. He's dating Haley Steinfeld, and he's going to end up having a down year. The roster got worse, like I said. I think they go from 12-5 or whatever they were last year to 9-8. Jets win the division. Bills finish 3rd. They don't even make the playoffs.
I like that one. I mean, like, hey, if you don't want to get into the deep end, get out of the water, right? We're not doing any kiddie pool takes here.
Yeah.
So the bolder the better, baby. Like, I want one of these takes to be taken. Like, I want to see Screamin' A talk about this tomorrow on ESPN. For me, I will go with. Should I go with a Falcons one or an NFL one?
I did an NFL one, so you go Falcons on this one.
Okay. I'll tell you right now, your NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year is Bijan Robinson. Your
Facts.
Defensive Rookie of the Year is Will Anderson. Like,
Okay.
put those futures in right now. They're happening. Bijan is going to reset the Falcons rookie rushing record, which Algier set last year. He's going to go for 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns this year. And that's going to be the floor of his NFL career. It's only going to go up from there. Oh, we got a $10 super chat. Let's go. I'm still lobbying to take Matt's spot. Is that who this is?
What, you think?
Oh, I thought it said Matt. Oh, I thought it said Matt for a second. I'm sorry, like me. Matt's spot. Okay. You know, we kind of thought about getting some Mott's applesauce and literally punching that just because of the Mott comments that come.
That would have been
That's
incredible.
what I meant when I said get some Mott's. Yeah. Rolly did not react when I made that joke. And
I
was
did
like,
not hear, yeah.
I mean, no ill will to Mott. He did a lot of great things here, but, you know, he went his own way over a year ago now at this point. Bizarrely Brilliant Shorts.
Beer cheers.
James Yoder is the boss man here at Chat Sports. Now, you would put me out of a job, so that would be a bummer. But, hey, you know, got to respect the game a little bit.
And then the GOAT Archangel! Let's go! Archangel!
This Falcons team in 2023 is going places. Just watch and see us rise up. No Viagra needed. Rise up. Excuse me. Archangel, I'm going to make you a deal right now. When Atlanta wins week 1 against Carolina, and we kind of start our post-game show off to the tune of something about rise up, put your Viagra away, I'll put a little wink. That wink's for you. Cheers to the last 2 super chats. I need a break from the back-to-back shots.
We do owe a shot, though, for our Archangel, so...
I'm doing a double beers cheers.
Oh, double beers cheers.
Yes.
I'll still ride the tequila for
Archangel, if you don't mind. Rolly gets to walk to work. I got to drive home.
I mean, I was planning on you taking me home, so...
Ah, okay. I like how you parlayed that one in there.
I do. I always like to throw a parlay in, fellas.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do, use BetUS.
Yes, bingo. So, we've
Oh, brother.
got just a few minutes to go until kickoff. Rolly, any kind of, like, final thoughts on sort of... Training camp ends, by the way. Training camp's over. It's over, meaning the regular season for Atlanta starts tomorrow. And what I mean by that is, like
they're starting to prep.
Right. There is now full on, hey, we have 16 days to get ready for the Panthers, which they're already looking at that, but there's no more who's going to make the roster. Let's be honest, Fontenot probably already has the 53 written out right now. Barring any injuries, there might be one change if someone looks good, but like overarching, just kind of thoughts from preseason and training camp, like kind of go back and forth of like big picture items here. For me, I'll start with Matt Collins took all the slander I said over the summer personally. He could be a really good wide receiver too for this team.
Yeah, I buy that. I will say though, PD, is that the one thing that is like my overarching takeaway / disappointment / whatever.
Yeah.
Is like I am disappointed at the amount of reps Desmond Ridder got this preseason. Obviously, only one full drive. We are well documented as a channel not being the biggest Desmond Ridder supporter. I've kind of flipped my tune to where like I think he's going to have a really good year this year because I don't think he's going to be asked to do that much. But I would have liked to see more for him. And without having joint practices against Pittsburgh and only having a couple joint practices against Miami, I believe they did not have joint practices against Cincinnati.
No, just the Dolphins.
Just the Dolphins. So only really getting 2 joint practices against Miami, 1 drive against Cincy. It's not a lot of reps against someone other than the Falcons, and that's concerning to me a little bit.
Agreed. All right, here we go. We're about to kick it off from Mercedes-Benz. Spam me if you are ready for kickoff. 150 plus people watching right now, 52 likes. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the me's going as it is Bradley Pinion to kick it off to start the game from downtown Atlanta. And the Steelers are going to take it out from 7 yards deep in their own end zone. And the return goes nowhere. Taken down at the 15-yard line. There is a flag on the field, though. So, we got Carl Sheffer. Yeah, Carl Sheffers.
Oh, brother, not this again. There was 1,000 penalties last game.
This one better be on Pittsburgh.
Yeah, let's hope it's
hard
not
to
in
have
Atlanta.
a flag on a kickoff team that's not offside.
That is true.
Like, you know what I mean? During the return. Block in the back.
Yeah, back them up, baby.
They got pushed out of bounds to the 16-yard line, half the distance of the goal. So 1st and 10 from around the 8 for Pittsburgh. And the Falcons' defense is on the field. I am excited to see how Atlanta's second-string-ish defense can fare against a starting Pittsburgh Steelers offense. As Kenny Pickett's on from the 8-yard line, he lines up under center, takes the snap, play action, dumping it off. Great open field tackle right there. That's what I'm talking about. The rookie, Clark Phillips, just cuts down the Steelers' intended receiver. No gain on the play. Love to see it. Clark Phillips, he knew that the receiver was not facing upfield, so just dived sort of at their legs and just cut him down. Second and 9 coming up after the play. Pickett under center. It's an end around handoff and no room to run. Let's go. That D. Alford making the stop right there? No, I beg your pardon. That's Brooks on the edge.
It's 3rd down.
Spam those threes. Spam those threes.
Spam the threes. Let's get off the
threes
field.
in the chat. Here we go.
Get off the field.
3rd down.
Let's get high, baby. Let's get high.
Here we go.
F. Kenny Pickett. F the Steelers.
Shotgun. Takes the snap. Pickett looking to his left, throwing downfield. Has a man. It's a big gain.
Oh, boy.
Damn. Okay.
Oh,
good throw and good catch right there. That's Pickett to Deontay Johnson. Throw and catch of, I would say, 30 yards.
Yeah, 33 yards gain, and it was Breon Borders on the coverage, someone who is likely not going to be on the Falcons' 53-man roster.
Spin zone. A.J. Terrell does not let him get open does not let him get that wide open.
Would have never let that happen.
Nope. So this is the moment of preseason where you go like, doesn't matter. A.J. Terrell would have been out there in a real game. So the ball now sits at the Pittsburgh 45. Pickett under center. Takes the snap. It's a pitch. And Warren with good running room gets across the 50.
Good shoestring tackle by DeMarco Hellams.
Oh. Marco Hellams is just saving touchdowns for a living.
I mean, this guy might as well be the best Falcons defensive player of all time. Deion Sanders, who? Type those S's, though. Let's get a stop.
Here we go. Let's get a stop. Let's get a stop. Pickett setting up at Atlanta's 48-yard line under center. Second down and short. It's a run for Najee Harris. First down carry. Harris goes off for about 15 yards. Wide open hole. I don't see Grady Jarrett on the field. I don't see Calais Campbell on the field.
I mean, let's just call a spade here, PD.
Yep.
The Falcons are running their second, third team defense right now, and the Steelers are running their ones. We're going to just have to assume here the Steelers are going to score a touchdown, unfortunately.
Well, no. I want to spin zone this into the second string defense, forced a field goal.
Okay, I'm in.
That's what I'm in on. That's what I'm in on. Here we go. Pickett under center, trips at the bottom of the screen, takes the snap. It's a run. Harris gets bottled up at the line of scrimmage. No room to operate.
Who is in there to
I
get
see 37. Who's 37?
DeMarco Adams! This dude is the GOAT!
Do you think they'll put the statue inside or outside of the stadium for him? Like when you
That's a good
first walk
question.
in, or like when you're checking your ticket outside?
I think it's going to be when you walk in.
I like
because they
that.
got to showcase the best player of all time.
Good point. Sorry, Julio and Ryan. Second down and about 9 or so. Pickett lines up in shotgun from Atlanta's 37, takes the snap. Throwing down the field. That is caught. Okay. Big gain by George Pickens. No! The DB said it was out of bounds, and he was not out of bounds. Really nice throw and catch from
Brooks
Pickett
on the
to
coverage
Pickens.
there. I mean, the Falcons secondary, which are comprised of people, when I say secondary, I talk about corners, that will not be on the roster come Tuesday. They're getting cooked.
That's honestly just a really good throw and catch. First and goal from the 2. It's a run. Najee Harris touchdown. Touchdown Steelers. Najee Harris punches it in from the 2-yard line, and Pittsburgh grabs a 6-0 lead after a 4-minute drive. 4 minutes and 4 seconds or so. That's a bummer.
Yeah, span those, type those Fs.
Yeah.
That sucks. F's in
Tim
the
Michaels,
chat.
what's going on, dude? Good to see you in the chat.
F's in the chat. That really sucked. But my takeaway, though, PD, and I'm going to try to be optimistic, is that I actually liked what the defense did outside of 2 plays. They got beat on 2 deep passes.
So, okay, the extra point's up and good. Let's spin zone this. One guy got beat twice. One guy gave up about 75 yards.
Yeah, I mean,
Borders gave up 75 yards, 70 yards or so.
And the 2 people that gave up those plays, PD, Brooks and
Borders. Yeah,
I hate to be disrespectful to them, but they are just not NFL caliber corners. And they're going against 2 really good wide receivers in Deontay Johnson and George Pickens. So it's a tall task for them to even just be out there defending them. And obviously, that's just bound to happen.
What's the bookstore called? Borders?
Books and Barnes and Nobles.
No, not Barnes and Nobles. What's the bookstore called? That's got Borders in it.
I have no clue.
That would have been an awesome, cornerback duo name, Brooks and Borders.
Yeah.
But it's not going to happen. So 7-0 the bad guys. Steelers jump out to an early lead. It'll be the Taylor Heineke show. My guess for the first half, Logan Woodside gets the second half.
Yeah.
And we'll see where it goes from there. But hey, real Falcons football. I'm talking week 1 against the Panthers is 17 days away, Rolly. It's Thursday. 2 weeks and change away. We are live. I can't wait.
I also will say this. Sure, preseason football is fun. But in 2.5 weeks, Desmond Ridder, Bijan, Drake London going up against Bryce Young and the shitty Carolina Panthers. Couldn't be more excited. If you are excited as well, smash that like button. And let's get to 100 likes before the Falcons take the field again. We're at 58. If we get to 100 likes by the time they come back, I'll take a free sip of my Happy Dad here. So let's hit that like button. 40 likes away. We probably got about a minute or so. Hit that like button.
Over 200 people watching right now, so if you have not liked it, you know what to do. There is always that moment when regular season starts and the starters go out there, and it kind of takes you a second to like, oh my God, this is real. Like, no more preseason. Like, it's just these guys from here on out. It's the best feeling, I feel like.
It is, because when you know you don't have to worry about the second and third string, and it's like full gas ahead, we got our guys against your guys, let's roll. You know what I mean?
I love to see this from Vanilla Sad as a Browns fan and a Steelers hater. F. Pitt, go Falcons.
Welcome to the crew, Vanilla Sad. Welcome to the
Pitt,
crew.
Indeed. It is Steelers hate day here at the channel. So
Hate day, baby. F. Pitt.
that's what
F.
we're all
Pitt.
about. F. Pitt's in the chat. F. Pitt in the chat. There's a
Continue to hit-
reason why there are so many Steelers fans outside of the city of Pittsburgh. Even their own fan base did not even like their city. They keep leaving. Meanwhile, Atlanta is full of transplants from all over the Northeast.
Continue to hit that like button. We are 28 likes away from 100. Can we get there?
So the Steelers kick it off to restart. The return by Slade Bolden is going to get across it'll get across the 15, but not much further. So, that's Sexton, I beg your pardon. So, Sexton, not Slade, on the return. So, it'll be 1st and 10 for... It's kind of weird having Taylor Heineke wear number 4, because I want to say Desmond Ridder. I see the 4, I see the starter, but Heineke and the backup offense, but I'm looking for a guy named Bergeron. That's who I really want to see here. Is Bergeron in at left guard? No, he's not. Nope. Oh, that's a bummer. All right, pistol formation. It's a run, and this goes absolutely nowhere. I mean, a big loss on the play.
Brother.
Oh, boy.
I will say this as well. The Steelers' defense is very good. And the fact that the number 2s have to go against the number 1s for the Steelers.
J.J. Watt's literally on the field against the Falcons' backup offensive line.
Yeah.
This is not going to be very pretty.
Yeah, this could get ugly quickly, fellas.
Oh, boy. Okay. Here we go. Morale lifter. 2nd and 14. Pistol formation. Heineke takes the snap. It's play action. Oh, there's Watt. Oh, God. Okay. Jesus Christ. TJ Watt literally just bear hugged Heineke and threw him to the ground like a rag doll. Oh, God.
This is ugly.
A bloodbath.
I mean, this is the backups going against the starters.
Is that Mayfield?
Was that Mayfield?
Oh, I think that might have been Mayfield.
Oh, brother.
Is that Mayfield at right tackle?
73?
Heineke throws. It's dropped on
Oh, boy.
3rd and long.
Oh, boy.
That was bad.
That was as bad. This is as bad as a start as we could possibly have had.
4-yard loss, 8-yard
Sack.
sack, drop pass on 3rd down.
After giving up a touchdown.
Okay. The good news is the Steelers. Okay, you ready for this?
Okay, spin zone.
Pittsburgh is 2-0 in the preseason.
Trying too hard.
They are peaking at the wrong time.
Also, just tryhards.
Yeah, kind of try-hard vibes. You're right. Like gym class heroes.
Yeah.
No song intended. That was bad. Okay. So the punt now for Atlanta is off the right foot of Pinion.
Oh,
and
not a
it
good
is
punt.
A bad punt. And the return gets across the 50, inside the 40, inside the 30. That is Calvin Austin, the second-year player out of Memphis for Pittsburgh, setting them up inside the 30-yard line. Oh, Nelly. I know it's all backups, but like just from top to bottom, Atlanta has looked wildly outplayed. Now, it doesn't help that your backup offensive line is trying to guard J.J. Watt, and
TJ.
your practice squad corners are trying to stop Pickett and Pickens.
Yeah.
But it's still not a good look. Let's be
Spin
honest.
zone.
I'm
DeMarco
ready.
Hellams had the tackle on the special
DeMarco
teams.
Hellams is the only one pulling his weight out there. This is a DeMarco Hellams channel now. Shotgun snap. It's a screen caught by Harris out inside the 20. Harris gets exited out of bounds just shy of the 10, and Pittsburgh is in the red zone. Now, I can't guarantee that subscribing is going to turn this game around, but why take the chance, right? You got nothing to lose, so subscribe, and we are going to get you guys the best in-season content, and if we get a miraculous comeback here, you're going to get the greatest post-game show in the history of Falcons preseason football. This will be a game that goes up in history. You took down Pittsburgh's starting offense in the preseason with your backups. Pickett and the offense working from the 14. It is a run up the middle. Harris getting around some traffic and is taken down for a gain of about 5 on the play.
You know, can we just get some F-Pits in the chat for
I like
being
that.
fucking scumbags and playing their starters?
Tryhards.
I mean, Doesn't get any more hardo than this. What a bunch of losers.
F Pitt's in the chat.
F Pitt. F Pitt. F Pitt. F Pitt. F Pitt. F Pitt. F Pitt.
Pickett lining up under center. Takes the snap. It's a run up the middle. I have a bad feeling about this one. Warren leaches, and he got it. Jalen Warren, the backup running back, who he might be better than the starter, Najee Harris, I will say, has a touchdown run for about 10 yards or so, and the Steelers have completely jumped out in front of the Falcons. 2-touchdown lead, 6 or so minutes into this game.
Oh, brother.
This could get ugly.
Oh, brother.
Again, no starters for Atlanta out there. That was Hawkins who more or less got ran over. Helms does not get run over like that.
Jalen Hawkins?
Yeah, which is not ideal either. The extra point is up and good for the Steelers, so it's 14-0 bad guys. Offense, defense, and special teams has completely come out and slapped Atlanta across the face here.
Yeah, I mean, the Falcons are getting dominated on all three phases of the ball right now.
But once again, no starters. So you can kind of just shrug this one off a little bit, but it's not good from a coaching perspective to see get completely, dick slapped like this.
Yeah, I mean, it's disappointing for sure.
Yeah.
Kind of at a loss for words here a little bit.
You're so excited for this.
I mean,
I was so excited for Atlanta's second team unit to beat the Steelers' first team unit.
And it turned out that didn't happen.
If we're looking for a real takeaway, it's that the depth right now for the Falcons, which isn't a groundbreaking hot take here, is a concern.
Yeah, no, definitely is. So I actually don't mind the depth for the Falcons here at, positions, I would say, probably at, D-line. I think their depth isn't horrible.
Right, I agree with that.
I would also say their safety depth is
good.
very good, with DeMarco Helms and Jalen Hawkins being your third and fourth safety, with Abernathy potentially being your fifth safety. O-line depth, not great.
Yeah.
Wide receiver depth past really the top two guys, very much in question. Your cornerback depth is shaky just because of how many injuries you have currently. Linebacker depth after getting rid of Michael Walker, like Tay Davis and Landman,
solid.
Are your two backups to Anderson and Ellis. That's not great. The depth for Atlanta is sketchy. And like PD said, it's not a groundbreaking takeaway, but
right.
I like the starting 22 for Atlanta.
I do.
The backups, not great.
I completely agree with everything you just said, that you are one injury away, which this is not just unique to Atlanta. A lot of teams don't have phenomenal depth, really, right? But a part of the NFL is a war of attrition, knowing you're probably not going to have all 22 starters. In fact, look at the Chiefs and the Eagles last year. The two teams in the Super Bowl. Two teams that really didn't lose any core pieces. You look at the Eagles, all their key skilled offensive players play every single game. The offensive line was healthy for the most part. The defense was very healthy, and the same goes for Kansas City. Staying healthy is a huge key and a huge part of being successful, but having to overcome short-term injuries is also crucial. And that's what I worry about from Atlanta as the Steelers kick it off to restart the game. The return is out across the 15, across the 20, and Sexton is taken down at the 24-yard line. So it'll be Heineke on for his second drive. The first one was an unmitigated disaster. Oh, they're showing highlights of Helms right now. A pick against the Dolphins week 1, and then a pick against Browning and the Bengals in week 2.
Any Helms positivity or propaganda, I shall say, is greatly appreciated here at Falcons today.
So, under center, it is Heineke, 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line. It's a run to the left, and a run goes nowhere for Iggy. So, maybe a yard or two, and that'll bring up 2nd and 9 now. For Arthur Smith, I know it's your backups, but you do want to at least not get embarrassed at home. You got to have that kind of morale factor. Heineke on 2nd down, checks it down. That is caught for a minimal gain on the play. There is a flag down. Atlanta has been relatively clean so far, 8 minutes in.
Yeah, I mean, see if that changes here.
Yeah. 12 players
on the defense.
Let's go.
Replay second down. Let's go.
Here we go. Replay second down.
Heineke with a smart veteran play.
Pittsburgh. Heineke with a veteran play. There's like 15 guys on defense.
Oh my God, no wonder why they couldn't find anyone open. Cheating! The Steelers are trying to steal the game!
This is a scandal. This is a fake game already. Pistol formation after the penalty yardage. A run to the left gets about 3 to 4 yards or so.
I'll say this, PD, too quickly.
Yeah.
We're seeing a lot of Iggy.
Yeah.
Early in this game. I would have liked to see Carlos Washington Jr., the UDFA.
I know. He was kind of the second back off the bench last week behind Iggy, and I like Carlos Washington. Heineke with pressure rolling around, looking, planting, throwing, and that is nearly intercepted. If you're going to throw it out of bounds, Heineke, throw it out of bounds.
Can I ask why the Falcons were throwing the football on 3rd and 1?
Yeah, shotgun formation.
That doesn't make any sense, Jim.
No. I'll second that motion. Okay. So Atlanta's on for a punt. 2 straight 3-and-outs for the Falcons. Not great at all. Not great. But a lot of football left. We're only halfway through the first quarter. So
fake punt. Let's do it.
Let's do a fake punt.
Let's do a fake punt. Let's get wild, Arthur.
The punt is off.
No fake punt.
No fake punt. And
much better punt.
Indeed. Return starts at the 12. Austin gets across the 20, and he is smacked down by Helms. 37. The guy contributes on defense and special teams. Who do you got? Atlanta or Pittsburgh? If you type ATL, you deserve like a Purple Heart or something, because that is a very courageous thing to do right now. Staring at a 14-0 deficit in the first quarter against the Steelers' first-team offense and defense. And I wouldn't be shocked if Mike Tomlin plays them for the full first half. He's that psychotic. He would do that for sure. So, who you got, Atlanta or Pittsburgh? Over 300 people watching right now, but we are not even at 100 likes so far. 14 likes away. Hit that thumbs up button if you want a Falcons comeback to start right now. Otherwise, I gotta assume you are like a undercover spy, a double agent. You're a Steelers fan. We don't want to make that assumption. Like the video, baby. Steelers would play their starters for a win in the preseason. Pittsburgh is 2-0 in the preseason. 3-0 in the preseason. I'm just gonna put this out there. The 2008 Detroit Lions, who went 0-16. The 2017 Cleveland Browns.
3-0.
4-0 back then.
4-0, yeah, that's right.
0-16. If Pittsburgh wants to go down that path, by all means.
I'll also say this, PD, on the reverse side of it.
Right.
And we talked about this last week during the Cincinnati Bengals-Falcons game. The 17-0 Patriots ended up, or the 19-0 Patriots before they lost.
Right.
They went 0-4 in the preseason.
You don't want to peak in August.
Yeah.
I'd rather lose this game now. You talked me into it.
1-2 and 1-1 in the preseason, much better than 2-0-1. Don't let them fool you.
Rolly, we got a fun super chat menu for all of our newer viewers that are just tuning in right now. Any super chat you get on screen for everyone watching, which is over 340 people at the moment. First time super chatters, Rolly and I have cooked up a bunch of very hot NFL takes for 2023, and we will share those with all of our first-time super chatters. $5 super chat, you're going to get entered into a raffle to win the NFC South boxing glove. Every $5 super chat, we are punching this Saints fleur-de-lis. And at the end of the game, it's a 2-minute warning in the fourth quarter, we will give away this signed boxing glove by yours truly and producer Rolly. So, fun super chat menu including beers, cheers, and shots as we are back in action from Atlanta. Mitch Trubisky is out there. He's basically a starting quarterback.
Mr. Trubisky is a top 32 quarterback in this league, and don't get it twisted.
Yeah, it's kissing titties Mitch.
Kissing titties Mitch, baby.
Come on, second overall pick of the draft.
Oh.
It's unfair. It's unfair.
I'll say what's not fair. Any wide receiver going against Breon Borders, he's had a tough start to the game.
Yeah, that is unfair to us. So Trubisky completes his first pass. He hands off his second snap, and it's a run to the left that is quickly vacuumed up by London.
Yeah, good play there by Laquel London and Taquan Graham. Both of those guys fighting for a roster spot. I think Graham is semi-safe as like a
I would say so.
5th or 6th interior defensive lineman, but a good game could go a long way. It is nice to see Jalen Hawkins and DeMarco Hellams manning the safety position, because those two could seriously see PT this year if something happens.
Second down and 8 at the Steelers' 42-yard line. Trubisky in the pistol. Takes the snap. It's a run to the left, and there's a lot of room to run. This runner gets across the 40, inside the 30, pushed out of bounds at the 26-yard line. A big gain on second down for Pittsburgh. And it's the chunk plays right now for Atlanta. They can't seem to really just limit the bleeding.
This is not pretty. One bit.
Like, if you're Ryan Nielsen, it's your first year. You know, you're not working with your starters, but you want to have a better showing than this. Let's be honest.
I mean, this is as ugly as it gets, and there really isn't anything that you could take away positively so far throughout the game.
A pitch to the left on 1st and 10, and
that was a good play.
This time, nowhere to run. Let's go.
That looks like it was Laquel London. No, it's Joe Gaziano. Good play by number 99. Also someone who's fighting for one of those roster spots.
Gaziano definitely knows some good pizza spots in New Jersey.
Yeah, he's definitely an Italian man, and any Italian man is right by me.
Yep. Second down and about 9 or so. Nielsen's defense really needs to make a stop, make a play, do something to watch on film later that's not going to want to make you blow your brains out. Trubisky under center, working from Atlanta's 24, takes the snap. It's another run.
That's a tight end.
This time, it's a tight end taking
Connor
the play.
Hayward.
That's Cameron Hayward's younger brother, Connor.
Tight end out of Michigan State getting a carry.
And I think he got enough for the first down. Bit of a misdirection play, if you will. Hayward lined up in the backfield, got some good blocking.
I don't know. I'm trying to get one stop today, at least holding the 3. Send some love to our defense. Spam S to force the Steelers to a field goal attempt. Let's get good vibes in the air.
Here we go. First down and 10. From Atlanta's 15-yard line, Trubisky lines up in shotgun. Takes the snap. It's a handoff up
Hayward
the middle. Again. And a gain of about 3 on the play.
Keep on spamming those S's. Archangel, Kennard Drake, Jamal Buster, Vanilla Sad, Sean Mock. Keep on spamming those S's. Let's get a stop.
Here we go.
Let's get a stop.
2nd and 4 from the 14. Shotgun formation. Trubisky puts a man in motion. Takes the snap. Hands it off. A Hayward run again. This time, not a lot of room to run because Clark Phillips meets him in the backfield.
Great play by the corner.
And the rookie out of Salt Lake City cuts down the rusher.
And it is 3rd down.
3rd down. 3rd down. Here we go.
Spam those 3s.
Spam those 3s. 3rd down. Spam those 3s. 3rd and short from the 11. Trubisky in shotgun, empty set. Atlanta looking like they're going to rush 3. Takes the snap. They send 4. Trubisky dancing around. Down he goes! He's sacked on the play! That's Harris finding him in the backfield. And the Falcons defense makes a stop to get off the field. Let's go. Harris just eventually stuck around the football long enough to meet number 10, Trubisky. Trubisky thought he evaded one edge rusher, only to find Harris waiting for him. And now Boswell comes on for a 38-yard field goal attempt that is up, and it is good.
Listen, I don't care they just got 3 out of it. That was a big-time play on 3rd down to get the sack. Give me an LFG in the chat. Big-time play.
Let's go. 17-0 Pittsburgh. Bunch of tryhards playing their starters in the preseason. They want to peak in August. By all means, do so. We'll see you guys. Well, we won't see you guys at the end of the season because you will have run out of gas. That's what's going to happen. Circle back to this moment when Atlanta has more wins than Pittsburgh in December. Calling it right now.
I'm actually in. I'd be willing to bet that the Falcons have a better record than the Steelers come week 8.
I mean, just look at the divisions, right? The Steelers have to play 6 games against the Bengals, the Ravens, and the Browns. That's Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Atlanta's got to play 6 games against Baker Mayfield, Derek Carr, and Bryce Young. Something tells me one of those 2 teams could go 5-1, and the other one could go 1-5. And it wouldn't be like, whoa, who didn't see that one coming at all? Yep. All right, we are entering a sub-only mode in the chat. So if you want to take part down in the chat right now, make sure you are subscribed. Otherwise, no freedom of speech. But it's really easy. Subscribe for absolutely nothing. And when I say absolutely nothing, not even like a put a credit card in and we won't charge you for a week because inevitably you forget to unsubscribe. No, there's nothing to lose. Hit that sub button down below. All right, here we go. We've got Robert saying me if they are subscribed. Keep getting those me's down in the comments section. We've got Jade ECI saying Steelers about to go 5-12. Archangel is subbed, of course. Dexter Flash is subbed, it looks like. Keep getting those me's in the comment section. Over 100 likes right now. Love to see it. Kennard Drake, that's what I'm talking about right there. Now, we have a fun Super Chat menu we'll remind everyone about as we get ready for Taylor Heineke to come on the field and, I don't know, hopefully get a first down. Let's start there. Baby steps. First down and then punt on 1st and 10. Is that a bad idea?
Yes.
Okay, don't do that. But it would be progress at least. Here's the Super Chat menu. I just want to verbalize $5 Super Chat. We are raffling off this signed or to be signed by Rolly and myself boxing glove to beat up the NFC South. It's just going to be an all-time addition to your man cave. So, $5 Super Chat, your name gets entered into that raffle. We are back in action from Atlanta with the Steelers. Going to kick it off with about a minute and change remaining in the first quarter. The return gets across the 15, across the 20 for Sexton, and taken out of bounds at the 26-yard line. So here comes Heineke and the offense. I think I just saw Mayfield run on too. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on Jalen Mayfield. Okay. The chat right now is off the walls. I don't know if you peeked at it.
I have not been able to pay complete attention.
I keep looking down. It's a bloodbath in there.
All right, Heineke, let's pick up something here, kid.
Pistol formation for Taylor Heineke.
Oh, it's Logan Woodside now.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Good catch, Woodside. Throwing on first down,
Sexton.
And that is Sexton on the reception.
Looks like Patrick Peterson was in coverage.
So
I can't believe we're already to the third string offense.
I'm going to make a take right now. Terry Fontenot has his 53-man roster. He just gave that list to Arthur Smith and said, do not play any of these 53 players.
Yeah, this is actually it is surprising how little anybody with importance has played in the preseason for Atlanta.
So Logan Woodside under center takes the snap, hands it off. Carlos Washington. You can't sit all 53 guys because you do have to get a team out there, but you're probably sitting 45 of the 53.
It certainly feels that way, Petey, does it not?
Yeah, it does. That's my analysis here is there was a phone call made from Fontenot down to the sideline. It was grab a pen. I'm going to read off 45 names. Tell them all to take a seat. we're not going to see him play tonight because I don't want to risk them getting injured and having to find a new guy on our roster. First quarter is winding down from Atlanta. Taylor Heineke looks on. I mean, Desmond Ridder is not even dressed for this game, just hanging out on the sideline with the headset on. So, first quarter in the books. It is 17-0 Steelers. Peaking too early is the way we're going to look at this one. So, clap it up for Pittsburgh. You know, I was thinking about this, actually, while it's at commercial. On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is this idea? Preseason playoffs.
Oh, this is a 13.
Could you imagine? But the rule is no starters allowed.
The preseason playoffs would be the biggest joke of all time.
What if it's just just 4 teams? Just the 4 teams that go undefeated or something like that.
No.
Preseason
the only
playoffs.
thing I could get sold on.
Are we in?
And I'm not even sold.
What?
Just, I don't even know how you do it. This terrible idea.
Question.
No.
Just hear me out. Let's say this idea gains some traction because the owners are like, oh, more preseason games. That means more tickets to sell, more concessions, more money for us. Let's say they get behind it, okay? Hear me out for a second. If your team won the preseason Super Bowl, do you raise a banner?
No. PD is a man who must be stopped, but...
Is there a parade?
Oh, my God.
Do you celebrate as a fan?
Stop
Or are
talking.
you just like a little fist bump? Just
Glad.
one fist pump. You know what I mean? How many fist bumps would you do for a preseason Super Bowl?
I wouldn't do one.
Is it like a full-on charge down the hall like this?
I would not do one.
I had this thought sitting at my desk today, like, what if? Preseason playoffs, baby.
You know what isn't a what if? Let's go Falcons. Spam those ATLs in the comment section. I want to see the section flooded with ATLs. Maybe that will help the Falcons pick up a first down.
So viewership just went down by a couple of notches there. That might have been my preseason playoffs pitch. So
yeah, you just ruined the stream.
That's my bad right there. Vanilla Sad referencing dodgeball. I'm not quite sure what the context I'm missing is, but I saw dodgeball, Ben Stiller, and I'm in.
I think it's because someone said the Steelers.
Oh, Stillers.
So everyone started Ben Stiller, dodgeball.
Like, okay, just one last pitch for the preseason Super Bowl. What if it happens on Saturdays? Like in the regular season.
No.
It's like JV playing.
No, I do actually buy practice squad games, and they happen on Saturday.
How funny would that be? Or just like, okay, before the game starts, the practice squad plays. You know what I mean? Like freshman football in the morning, when you're going to the game, there's something on the field. They don't even keep a score, actually. They just go out there and play. Are we in? We're back. My ideas are over. I should not be allowed on Shark Tank. It is Logan Woodside in the offense on there on third down, baby. Shh, quiet. Offense is at work. Woodside takes the snap. Quick throw, a slant on third down. He has his man, but it might not be enough
I believe
to get
it's a
the
first down.
It's going to be right at the marker.
Type those ones. That's a first down. Move the chains. John Fitzpatrick with the 5-yard catch from Logan Woodside. And we had our first Falcons first down of the game.
So do you punt now? No.
Petey's a man who must be stopped.
Here's the thing. There are people right now watching that don't pick up on the sarcasm, and they are screaming at me. We've got an old 1940s formation here.
Love it.
3 in the backfield in a pistol formation. It's a handoff. And that was Carlos Washington, I think?
Yep, nothing. They're showing first quarter highlights for the Falcons side of things. And there's not many of them. But they're still spamming DeMarco Hellams, which is always nice.
It was just the one highlight.
And then that one.
Is that a highlight?
It's a good play.
35-yard punt return?
Good tackle.
All right, here we go. Woodside lining up in shotgun formation here for Atlanta. Falcons working from their own 35-yard line. Woodside doing some pre-snap adjustments. Woodside takes the snap now. Looks to his left. Pressure, throws. It is batted down.
Yeah.
So, incomplete pass for Logan Woodside. And the Steelers for 2nd and 10. Look like a free rusher off the left side.
I will say, though, Keelan Harris did have his man beat on the out route if the ball wasn't tipped. Another UDFA fighting for a roster spot. Unlikely for Keelan Harris to make it, but he got open on that play.
I just can't get over the Steelers playing their starters like that.
I mean, it was only 2 drives. Actually, the first team defense might still be out there, I'm going to be honest.
That was kind of like playing your younger brother in Madden.
Yeah.
Woodside checks it down. There we go. Nice play. Is that J.J. Arcega-Whiteside? Yes, it is indeed.
But unfortunately, it is 4th down.
4th down. 3rd down, not enough to get the 1st down. Arcega-Whiteside, definitely someone who's battling for a roster spot. I don't know if he's one of those names that is written down and is good to go. Probably not, because he's out there right now. So
J.J. Arcega-Whiteside probably not making the roster.
Yep. B to block the bots. B to block the bots. Okay. The punt is away for Atlanta. And the return is off from the 18-yard line. Austin gets taken down. Nice play by the coverage team right there.
Little Frank Ginda action.
It's Iggy, the running back, making a play on special teams. Hey, we're trying to reach our next milestone in likes, by the way. 200 likes, 85 to go. 266 people watching right now. Hit that thumbs up button if you have not already. This is what you do in 17-0 preseason games now. You talk about preseason playoffs, which I'm not quite giving up on just yet. I might have a meeting with Goodell in the league office tomorrow.
Get Goodell on the phone?
Dude, I don't know how no one's thought of it before.
Continue to hit that like button, because if you like the video, our Falcons stream will be pushed out to more Falcons fans, which means we will get more people in here that love the Atlanta Falcons just like us, and we'll create a fun atmosphere. We'll have a good group in the comment section. So hit that like button, and it only creates more fun for you.
What he said. We're at commercial break here. Let's just kind of hang out with everyone in the chat here. What are you having to eat tonight? Right? What are you munching on here this Thursday night? Rolly and I were working before the game started, so we did not even get a chance to eat our food, which is sitting over at our desks right now. But let me know down in the comment section, what are you eating? I don't think anyone wants to talk X's and O's down 17-0 in the preseason all the time, so we'll take our foot off the gas for a moment. I'm going to be giving shout-outs to everyone who pipes in the chat right now. Oh, Rolly, let's give out a trophy to who's having the best meal in the chat.
Okay, yeah.
So we've got Whataburger coming in from Jad ECI.
Okay.
I like that. I like Whataburger.
So Whataburger is a big thing here in our Chat Sports studios in Dallas, Texas. Not in our studios, but in Dallas, Texas, where our studio is located. I've only had Whataburger twice.
So this morning I had to go buy my dog some new dog food, and the Whataburger's right across the street from the PetSmart. So I thought about getting some Whataburger breakfast, but I was like, no, skinny bitch, can't do it.
There you go.
So I refrained. We've got candy, a little vague, but I'm not a big candy guy. Archangel's going to have some popcorn.
2 people are having candy, though. The dog ST and Kennard Drake.
Robert's having wings, very open-ended, but I'm in. You have piqued my curiosity. How about that much?
We got my Swanker, McDonald's.
Mick D's, having a McChicken.
Oh, Derek might have just won.
Smoked brisket.
Might have won.
Fred's having a crumble cookie. Unpopular opinion, I'm not a big crumble guy.
Oh, what a cop.
Girlfriend is, I'm not.
You are a cop, Mr. Peterson.
I know it might not look like it. I'm not a sweet tooth. I don't like candy or cookies very much. I'm going to go with smoked brisket from Derek, though, for the best one.
That seems like the winner.
Trubisky in the offense for Pittsburgh back on the field. It's a run to the right that is good for about 9 or so yards, and that is Borders taking down the Pittsburgh Steelers running back. 17-0 if you are just joining us early here in the second quarter. Kenny Pickett and the starting offense for Pittsburgh put up 2 touchdown drives on the Falcons' backup defense. So they set the tone, and here we are with Trubisky in the second unit.
We got some Wingstop in the chat, too.
I like Wingstop.
Shout out that.
I don't have it all that much, though, because I'm a B-Dubs guy over Wingstop.
Yeah,
a run to the left for the Steelers, and that's going to be close enough. I think they had the first down there, so we'll have to reevaluate.
No, I think they're going to be short here.
Short? Okay.
And it's third down.
Spam those threes. Spam those threes.
It's 3rd and 3.
I don't know what I was saying. It's 3rd and 3. I can't
Spam
remember
those
if that was close.
threes.
3rd down, baby. 3rd down. Trubisky in shotgun. Takes the snap. It's a run up the middle. That's a first down. does it? Can they not hear us, you think?
Yeah, I don't know. We did everything we could, Petey.
That's the only thought I have. I talked with Art about getting us in the headsets.
Good call. That would help.
I got the green light.
Arthur Blank signed off.
I got both Arts. Yeah, Blank and Smith.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
There is nothing more intimidating. Sidebar. Arthur Blank stalking the sidelines right now because he's pissed. He's a winner. Like, he wants to win at all times. Trubisky rolling to his right, throwing, check down. That is caught. Miles Austin on first down. Picks up about 8 yards or so, and the ball gets out towards midfield.
Clark Phillips and Breon Borders on a tackle.
Okay. NFL Network is currently highlighting Kendrick Green, which is the Steelers' version of Jalen Mayfield. Third round pick, third season from a Big Ten school, who is underwhelming.
Yeah?
It's literally the same guy.
I buy stock.
Pistol formation. It's a run up the middle. Nowhere. Let's go. Bingo. Graziano. That's what I'm talking about.
And it's third down.
Spam those threes.
Get those threes in the chat. 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 Get those threes in the chat.
Here we go. If that was not piped in there, we have to have a phone call at the next commercial break. I think Art can take calls mid-game. Shotgun snap to Trubisky. He checks it down, and this is going to be a first down run for Hayward.
Oh,
You gotta be kidding me.
Man. This defense is getting cooked.
Like, here's the issue. Now it's second string versus second string.
We're still sitting mostly third string for Atlanta. Feels like.
You're right. You are third string. It's second string versus third string.
I mean, not pretty.
It is not pretty. Balls across midfield. 11 first downs for Pittsburgh. 1 for the Atlanta Falcons.
It is, yeah. This is
Ryan Nielsen also gives me major breaks clip. Like, Ryan Nielsen has multiple clipboards.
Yeah.
He has a first quarter one that he breaks, a second quarter one, a third quarter one.
My thing though is like if you're a break the clipboard guy, you got to pick your spots because if you do it too often, it loses its value.
Yes.
It's like if you go back to the Heat Celtics Eastern Conference Finals, Joe Mazzulla threw his clipboard in the third quarter of Game 1 in a timeout, and he just blew his load too early.
Yep.
And I think that's what mainly caused them to lose to Miami. Threw it too early.
Ball start on Pittsburgh, backs his party up as they run it to the left.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go! Bingo, baby.
Big time play right there.
So far, Harris, not Zach Harrison, which I know people want to believe, but it's Harris and Gaziano have been winners so far on the defense for Atlanta.
Oh, look who finished it off, too.
Helms.
Had DeMarco Helms.
37. Remember
He is everywhere. He's everywhere. When you close your eyes at night,
boom.
DeMarco Helms still there.
Helms in your room. Boogeyman. We've got second down and long for Trubisky. He throws it to the right. That is caught and a gain of... I'm wondering...
It's a gain of 7, 3rd and 10.
Falcons fans they won't appreciate this, but I believe the last time Trubisky... No, I guess last year he would have been in Atlanta. Steelers-Falcons last year was in Atlanta.
No, it was Pickett because it was like week 14, 15.
But I'm saying, like, Trubisky was with the Bears in Atlanta when he got benched for Nick Foles.
Oh, you don't appreciate that.
Which ultimately...
But anyway, it's third down. Let's finally get off the field.
Third down. This has got to work. Shotgun snap to Trubisky. Pressure. Rolling to his right. Looking, throwing, downfield.
Yeah!
Incomplete. There is a flag.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
I don't know.
Oh, boy.
I'm a bit nervous.
Oh, boy.
Carl looks mad. Oh, bless it. Defensive holding, automatic first down.
This is as bad as it gets.
Like, not good. it's been a rough day for the CB.
Flag on Brooks.
Borders or Brooks. Get them both off the team.
Brooks and Borders are not going to be making this team.
New strategy. Send them like a Trojan horse to Carolina week 1 as like a gift. Only for them to just do what they've been doing all day today. Ball now sits at the Falcons' 42-yard line. Pistol formation. It's a run up the middle.
Gaziano
goes for maybe 3 yards. And someone fact check me. Gaziano. I have to envision he is from New Jersey.
Let's find out.
Take your predictions right now. This screams New Jersey, slight like Uncle Mobster vibes, where it's like, don't ask about your mom's side of the family.
All right, so he was actually born in Boston, Massachusetts.
I'm not too far off.
I mean, pretty much the same thing.
Yeah. Steelers working from Atlanta's 39-yard line. It's a run up the middle that does not go very far.
You know who got that stop?
Helms.
DeMarco Helms. Again, look at the young man make plays.
Part of me is a little concerned that he's even on the field with these guys.
No, I mean, they got to play someone.
But they got to play someone, and he's like the only one making a play.
And once again, it is third down.
Spam those threes. Here we go. Third down. Trubisky lines up in shotgun. Mitch barking out commands. He takes the snap. He surveys. He's looking. He's throwing. Has a man. Incomplete. But there's a flag.
Dude, that ball was uncatchable, man.
This is going to go against the defense. It'll be defensive pass interference, spot foul, and Atlanta will be at their own 5.
And you know who that flag was on?
Not Helms.
Bijan Borders.
This is just like...
That ball was uncatchable, man.
You know what this game kind of reminds me of? Was it the Bengals game last year when A.J. Terrell went down?
Yeah.
And it was just a bloodbath in the secondary.
Oh, brother. Well, we know who is going to get cut before Tuesday. Bijan Borders.
Ball's at the Falcons' 5. Trubisky and the offense break their huddle. Under center, Mitch puts a man in motion. He takes the snap. It's a run to the left. This run is going to get towards the end zone. It's touch. Oh, they say he's down at the 1. Touchdown. One official put his hand up to mark the ball. I think the other one put a touchdown hand up. And I think it's a touchdown. Okay. Spin zone. And this is a good one, too.
I don't know how you spin zone this one, Petey.
Are you ready for this?
Sure.
At least everyone who went to the game today got to eat Chick-fil-A and watch the Falcons, which is not something you can do very often.
That's true.
So, it's not a complete loss.
If you say.
That's the best I can do.
It's
23-0.
This is ugly.
Okay. Arthur Smith is about to get some police restraint filed against him. He is red as a tomato. Boswell's on the field.
Oh, man. There is not one highlight for the Falcons in this game. DeMarco Helms has played all right. That's about it.
Helms' statue just gets bigger by the minute for playing with this trash.
This is a struggle.
Boswell's up for the on for the PAT, trying to make it a 24-0 game, and he does.
Almost blocked.
Probably by Helms, too. I really hope one day this channel gets to DeMarco Helms. Like, just a friend of a friend tells him, like, you know these 2 guys on YouTube that swear you're the next Troy Polamalu meets Ed Reed as a safety. Hey, we got a $2 super chat. Let's go.
We'll take it.
From the Past Master, we talk about like legends of like Helms. Past Master is a chat sports legend.
Shout out to Past.
Pass, Chat Sports, #family, #football, #real1, Pass. You are all of the above and then some. So, Passmaster, thank you so much for the super chat.
Past, I'll also say this. If you get the $5 by the time the game kicks off, we'll count you in for the raffle ticket. Now you're sitting 2.
Yeah.
If you get to 5 total, you'll be in the raffle ticket.
The raffle is for this boxing glove, which Rolly and I will sign. We will mail it to you. And anytime you've got a Saints friend that comes over, open the door, kabam, right? That's the whole point of the NFC South boxing glove right here. So this is going to have a home in Canton one day. Do you think it'll be on the left or the right when you walk in? Right. Trick question, right in the middle. Didn't see that one coming.
Did not see it coming.
No, just like how they're not going to see this coming at them, too.
Yeah.
You got a Panthers friend, you go out to meet him, introduce you to his new girlfriend, boom, emasculate the shit out of him, punch him in the face with the NFC South boxing glove, baby. So, I don't know what's worse, 24-0 or this here.
This is ugly.
I don't know if I really want to verbalize it.
We don't have to verbalize it.
I feel like the French army in 1940 when the Maginot Line failed them horribly. It's bad. This is our Dunkirk moment.
Dunkirk moment.
I hope the boats are coming. But hey, the good news is it's the preseason.
That is true.
So if they want participation trophies for preseason badassness, you know what? Okay. If there was a team to advocate for a preseason Super Bowl, it would be Mike Tomlin and the Steelers.
Because they can't win.
They take so much
pride
win
one anymore.
In this. So much pride. Hey, a $5 super chat! Let's go! From the Passmaster getting entered into the raffle with this $5 super chat for the boxing glove. You know I got you legit. #real1 Passmaster. Thank you so much for always supporting all of us here at Chat Sports. You don't really have an idea, or maybe a great one, of what goes on outside of the live shows, but it's a great group of guys working out there in the bullpen, and names like you come up very often for your endless support of us. So thank you so much, dude. Make sure to subscribe, by the way. This is a Falcons YouTube channel that, if you were stumbling across for the first time, puts out daily content. Producer Rolly and I, we come in on days off. We come in early. We stay late to get you guys the best content all year long. So consider subscribing if you have not already. 5 minutes to go in the second half. In the first half, I beg your pardon. Second quarter. Woodside on 1st and 10 throws over the middle of the field. That is caught. There we go. Ball gets across the 50.
Keelan Harris. Nice little play by the UDFA babies. Fight those ones. First down, Atlanta.
Good for Harris. I mean, let's be honest. At this point in the game, these players kind of know their fate. So just to touch the ball and say, like, hey, even if I don't make an NFL roster, at least I'll have that one highlight.
Yeah. Shout out to Keelan Harris. Big time play for him. Type those ones.
Get those ones.
We got a Steelers fan in the chat. Boo!
Boo! Spam ATL to drown out the Steelers fan. Here we go.
Spam those ATLs. Drown them out.
Woodside takes the shotgun snap. This Steelers fan is literally about to just start rearranging their wall space for 2023 preseason heroes. Congrats on peaking in the preseason.
We do have a false
Hang the
start.
banner, dude.
False start on Justin Schaefer. Spin zone, PD.
I'm all ears.
First flag of the day on the Falcons on offense.
Good thing. Improvement.
Trending in the right direction.
We're trying, guys. Pistol. Takes the snap. Play action.
Oh, boy.
Oh, he's sacked.
Oh, boy.
A sack on the play. That's Roberts taking down Woodside.
Landon Roberts is like a starter for them. Why is he still playing?
They are trying. They are tryhards. They are trying to win the preseason. Atlanta got one preseason win. One win, one draw, one loss. It's a nice even one across the board. Good soccer score. Big EPL guys. How about that? Did not peg Arthur Smith as a big Chelsea guy.
Well, 2nd and 24.
Okay, here we go. 2nd and 24 for Woodside and the offense. Backed up to their own 35, shotgun snap, Woodside looks to his left, checks it down to his fullback.
Parker Hesse.
Oh, that's Hesse, thank you. And Hesse has no room to run.
It's now 3rd and 19.
Someone keeps asking if it's going to go over 43. Was that the over-under number?
It was actually 38 and a half.
I didn't think it's. That's why I'm curious.
Oh, brother.
So on 3rd down, an incompletion will bring up 4th and very, very long. If you got it at 43, we're at 24 points. You need 20 more points. You need 3 more touchdowns. I don't think that's. I'll be honest. This game literally could end 24-0. Like.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. So Atlanta's on to punt it away.
This is a bummer, man.
This is a bummer.
I mean, preseason doesn't matter, but we wanted to see the starters, 1. And then 2, for it to get this bad this quickly, not great.
There is a flag on the play as Austin Fair catches it from the 12. The flag was thrown on the sideline, which means like it has. I think it might have something to do with a Steelers player going out of bounds and not coming back in bounds quick enough.
That could have been the Falcons on them.
Or, yeah, on Atlanta. Let's see what this is. Pittsburgh acted like it was on them, though. But the way the flag was thrown on the sideline. Kicking team player went out of bounds and not come back in.
God damn it.
Replay the 4th down.
All right.
You want to be the I know the rules dude. Referees don't just throw the flag anywhere. They throw the flag where the penalty is. So if they put it on the sideline, that's usually what it means, is that the kicking team went out of bounds. And if you go out of bounds, you have to make an effort immediately to come back in bounds. So another punt for Atlanta.
More practice for Bradley Pinion. Spin zone.
Yeah. Go look at the last thing in the chat. Someone put $1,000, if I'm reading correctly, on the over 43, which this might become an over 43 channel for this guy, dude.
SZA the activist?
Yeah. He's activating for over 43.
Oh,
as the punt return is about a 10-yard return by Austin.
SZA, if that's true, we're going to be rooting for you.
Put a like, cut and dry here. You put $1,000 down on this game to go over 43 points. Am I interpreting that correctly? Because if so, we will scrap everything we had planned, and we will make the show about the over for you. If I'm understanding this correctly. Min the Master, how the hell, what did I miss? So that's actually a good point. Quick spark notes. Kenny Pickett and the Steelers offense and defense, bunch of tryhards, played in the preseason for like 2 series. Pickett had 2 long touchdown drives. Big plays through the air, big plays on the ground. They really beat the crap out of Atlanta's 2nd string and 3rd string defense. On the defensive side of football for Steelers, TJ Watt had a sack, and we saw 2 series, 2-3 announced by Taylor Heineke, and it's been the Logan Woodside 3rd and 4th string show ever since. It really feels like Atlanta's like they're not even really trying here, meaning like they just want to get through this game. They know their roster. They are ready to get ready for the first week of the season.
Yeah. It's tough to play a preseason game on Thursday, too, you know?
Mm-hmm. We got Jim Frank tuning in from Seoul, South Korea. Jim, are you in the armed forces or just living out there in Seoul, but coffee and avocado toast? Yeah. Kennard Drake typing ATL. Kennard, you deserve a trophy. That's got some weird boxers. This is also peak. There's literally a what the heck? Ball hammocks. Okay. All right. That's like that's literally something out of a Curb Your Enthusiasm skit right there. Michael, but what we've seen from NFL last year was the 49ers need a decent backup because you never know. I mean, Michael, yeah, I agree. And Rolly and I talked about this earlier. Like, if you want to look at this through half glass full, half glass empty, the half glass full look is, hey, they're playing their second. They're basically not even playing their second stringers. They're really playing their 3rd and 4th stringers. who really cares if like Borders and what's his face are getting beat on the other side, because that's not Terrell, that's not Okuda. The half glass empty is if you are going to get riddled with injuries and those are your backups. This is a problem. Trubisky and the Steelers back on the field on 1st and 10. They run it. Was that?
That was Brooks.
Okay, Brooks.
We have a great question in the chat. Let's answer from the Dogs YT. Who is your favorite Falcons player? Let's go current. Favorite Falcon player on the team. I know your answer.
And everyone watching, please participate in the chat as well with your favorite Falcons player. I'll give mine after this Trubisky play here.
I have a good idea.
Okay. Do you want to say it at the same time?
Of who I think yours is?
Yes, and I'll do the same for you. All right, shotgun snap to Trubisky. He dumps it off on a screen.
Oh, great play.
There we go.
Andre Smith with the tackle.
Favorite Falcons player for me. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Bijan.
Terrell.
Really?
Yeah, I love Bijan. But I like AJ Terrell a lot.
I thought you were 100% a Bijan Robinson.
I think Bijan is probably the correct answer because he's the new guy. But I like Terrell for what he's done with this team. The longest, not tenured player, but kind of feels that way as this roster has been changing over and over lately. 3rd down, Trubisky checks it down. Oh, Clark Phillips nearly made a nice tackle. But unfortunately, the Steelers player slips out of it. Your turn? You ready?
Yeah, 1 second. I actually don't even know who my favorite is. It's like a tough question, you know what I mean? I think if I had to choose one, I think I have it. I don't think PD's going to be able to get it.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
3. No. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Drake London. He knows me too well.
I thought it might be London, which I was actually thinking in my head too. I kind of wanted to go with Jessie Bates because I'm just very excited about that signing, but he hasn't played a minute yet, so that feels a little bit premature. Let's get some shout-outs. Derek says AJ Terrell. Hey, we haven't talked about this, but Dijon of Bijan Mustard. The Bijan Robinson mustard commercial was actually really cool. I don't know if you saw it yet.
No.
It's Bijan laying in the end zone and the quarterback throwing a hot dog spiral and it lands right in Bijan's bun and then he just drizzles it in mustard. It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. Michael says Tyler Algier. Okay. That's a bold take right there. Not going to lie, but I respect it. Desmond Ridder. Verify says Zach Harrison. Yeah, interesting pick indeed. I thought you were going to say Helms, which, to be fair, would have been acceptable. Archangel. Okuda all day. Okuda, I feel like, is kind of like the X factor for this team. If he gets back to that top 5 draft form, Atlanta's quietly got a top 5 cornerback duo between Okuda and Terrell. No fly zone. Hartsfield-Jackson just expanded its airspace. So who's your favorite Falcon? We're going to give shout-outs here. 2-minute warning right now. This game can't end soon enough, let's be honest. Zoke says Mac Hollins. Martin says Jeff Okuda. We're going to give shout-outs. I've got Grady Jarrett. Grady Jarrett, that's... Okay, what I said earlier about Terrell, that applies more so to Grady Jarrett. Cordero Patterson, Kyle Pitts. Really curious and excited, but mostly curious to see what kind of year Kyle Pitts has in store for him because he's healthy. The guy played in the preseason, so he should be ready to roll really 100% week 1. AJ Jaime. We got AJ Terrell coming in from John Chiarte. Matthew Bergeron from Young Dave. I think we found Bergeron's burner. And I don't think Bergeron should be on his phone.
He's sitting on the bench watching Falcons today.
Yeah. I told you, they have us in their headsets. So now they're also on their phones. That's what the Microsoft tablets are for, watching Falcons today. Derek, I got Pitts in fantasy. Who would you rather have, Drake London? Okay, how about this? Ready? Bijan in round 1. Pitts in round 5. Pitts in round 4. London in round 6.
Actually, reverse the two. I think it's Pitts in 6, London in 4 or 5.
Okay.
Um,
We'll reverse the 2. I'll buy it.
I think I would rather have Bijan in the first.
Bijan in the first round?
I mean, if I have the 8th pick in the draft, give me Bijan.
Yeah, I agree. Bijan, I'm telling you right now, the floor, 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. Like, you are walking into really consistent RB play. We are back in action after the commercial break from Mercedes-Benz. And the Steelers' offense is moving their way across the 50. No, it's incomplete. Good play, Brooks. Good play. Brooksy just punches that ball out right as it gets to the receiver's hands. 24-0, bad guys. Steelers, bunch of tryhards playing their starters in the preseason. Trubisky, second down. He's going to tuck it and run. He's got some green grass. He's got a lot of green grass, and he slides across the 35. So Trubisky manufacturing a good-looking drive right now for Pittsburgh. And the Steelers are calling timeouts. Up 24-0 in the first half of a preseason game.
We need to send some love to the defense because they're getting absolutely shredded. We can't go down 31-0 in the first half here. At least keep it at 27.
This is looking like the first few months of Stalingrad for the Soviet Army.
Spam those S's. Come on, let's get active in the comment section. Spam the S's. Give some love to the Falcons defense.
Archangel's getting an S in there. Spam those S's. I think Tomlin took my preseason playoffs too seriously. It was just an idea, Michael. Get those S's in the chat. I can't have Archangel being the only one carrying the weight right now.
Shout out to SZA. Archangel really is carrying the weight. Shout out to him.
Archangel's better than anyone on defense right now. After Helms. First down and 10 from Atlanta's 34. Trubisky, after the timeout, takes the snap. He's throwing downfield towards the end zone. Incomplete.
Good coverage there from Brooks. Brooks, who had a really rough start, having a pretty solid drive here.
Mm-hmm. Young Dave says the Steeler fan homies are going to give me some blank for this game. Tell them, enjoy your preseason Super Bowl. Just want to let you know, when are you guys going to have the parade? Tomorrow? Are you going to have it on Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Because clearly they are trying way too hard for the preseason finale. Just going to spin zone my way out of this 24-0 deficit like a washing machine, baby. Shotgun formation. Shotgun snap. Quick dump off by Trubisky, and DeMarco Helms
there
makes
to make
the
the
receiver
stop.
To get the stop.
Only a gain of 2, which
Love
means
to
it's
see it.
third down.
Spam those threes.
Threes in the
Here
chat.
we
Get
go.
those threes in the chat.
Let's go,
threes
D.
in the chat.
Rise up, spam those threes.
Get those threes in the chat.
This is it, baby. It all comes down to this. Third down to win the Super Bowl of the preseason for Pittsburgh in the first half. Trubisky, shotgun, takes the snap. Atlanta rushes 5. He is sacked. Down he goes. Let's go. Jones gets to Steelers quarterback Mitch Trubisky.
Mike Jones with the play.
Let's go.
Who?
Jones.
Who?
Jones.
Who?
Mike Jones. And this might push Pittsburgh out of field goal range. I think it might do the trick, and Atlanta could get an opportunity to get some points before the half. They get the ball to start the second half. This game could be 24-14, brand new game before you know it. I think that's legitimately the first good play we've seen. We had one other sack, but that was a timely sack.
The Steelers are punting, and the Falcons have officially got their first stop of the game.
Harvin punts it away. This one is going to be down to the 3-yard line. They're just doing everything so well. Just inconsiderate. They are going to party so hard after this game. And there's going to be a moment in the regular season where they're like, maybe we should have dialed it back a little bit in the preseason. Maybe we should not have had the plane get grounded because we were popping champagne after going 3-0 in the preseason.
Well, Falcons have a minute and 15 seconds to go maybe 60, 70 yards to get into field goal range for Young Ho Koo or potentially score a touchdown so they don't get shut out in the first half. Let me know what you guys think will happen on this drive.
From the 3-yard line, I think Atlanta's going to run it 3 straight times. It's a run to the left. That one's good for a yard. And Carlos Washington getting some touches. We're big Carlos Washington stands.
Unfortunately, he does only have 3 carries for 1 yard.
That's because he's a roster lock. They don't want to get him injured. I hope. Shotgun formation. Woodside takes the snap. It's going to be a pass over the middle. That is caught. And a gain of about 4 on the play. Keelan Harris, second grab of the day. Good for him. Getting some preseason memories. Okay. So third down and about 4 to 5. Shotgun formation for Mr. Woodside. Takes the snap, looking around, throwing on the slant, has J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. There we go. Atlanta moves the chains with 18 seconds. And I think, Arthur Smith calls his second timeout.
Spam those ones for a first down, though. We haven't seen a lot of them today.
What's
Spam
funny
those
is
ones.
the bot literally was spamming one himself.
Spam those ones.
Spam those ones. I mean, if you're Arthur Smith right now, you're just kind of practicing coaching a 2-minute drill.
Right, yeah. Get the reps for the coaches, too.
Exactly. Oh, I like this point by Mr. Black Mobile, who, by the way, super chatted last week, so thank you so much. Hail Mary. You got to do Hail Mary in preseason football. It's way more fun that way. JJ looks huge. First down. Ball now at the Falcons' 23-yard line. Shotgun snap. Woodside with pressure. Throwing downfield. Has a man. It's incomplete. Incomplete. Woodside got just stapled to the turf. Could not get everything into that throw as a result. And he got hit hard. Okay. Yikeronis. Shotgun formation yet again. Second down snap. Woodside on the slant, I beg your pardon, for Josh Ali. There is a flag. This will be defensive pass interference. Ali was just covered. And with 9 seconds, it'll be a 15-yard penalty, which will move it out to about the 38-yard line or so. So with 9 seconds and 1 timeout, you get 8 more yards, and that's Hail Mary range. And then you're down 24-7 after the successful Hail Mary.
Yeah, so that's a first down.
First down, Atlanta.
Spam those ones, baby.
The Falcons are basically down 24-14, right? They're going to get the Hail Mary touchdown. They get the ball to start the second half. That's 7 easy points right there. At that point, hopefully Pittsburgh's not trying as hard, and you come back and you win this game 25-24. And that one guy gets $1,000 off of his overbet. So that's the path right there. Shotgun snap, Woodside throwing downfield, has a man. Oh! Pass was a bit high, and the receiver, Josh Ali, was hit hard. 4 seconds. And Woodside just kind of missed the target. Had a man.
He did have him.
He had him. Would have get them for sure in Hail Mary range.
Shout out to Ali for at least getting open on a nice little corner route there. If he put it on his body and didn't have to make Ali jump, he would have had it.
Yep. Under center. It's a run to round out the first half for Mr. Washington. And that will do it from Mercedes-Benz. 24-0 Pittsburgh over Atlanta. Do your worst. It's a big, fat F. I'm not even going to go F- so that people think I'm kind of joking. No. Right to the point. It's an F for Atlanta. I can count on one finger the amount of good plays. One finger. So, that's a bummer. we are going to get the stats on screen from the first half. We are also going to take a little halftime intermission ourselves so that Rolly and myself can go run to the bathroom. But then we'll come back for the second half, so don't go anywhere. F's for me. F's for me. F's in the chat. Exotic K says F. Elrod says F. Fred says F. Remember Fred on YouTube back in like the iCarly days? Whatever happened to that guy? Corey Thomas says F. The Falcons offense couldn't even score in a brothel in Las Vegas. T-Square, you are tonight's big winner. Yes. Fred says, glad I didn't go to the game tonight. Got to hang out with us instead. I agree. Log Blitz says F. Jim Frank says F. Big says F. It's a big F from Big. T-Square F minus. Yeah. A lot of F's in the chat here. It's not pretty. It's not looking good. Archangel's giving it 4 F's. 4 F's. That's coming from Archangel, one of the most optimistic Falcons fans out there. T. Moore says F. Everyone's typing F. And everyone's right. No one should even give him a D minus. A D minus would be passing at some community colleges. They're not passing. Z minus. Ugh. Okay. We'll get the stats on screen from the first half of action. Rolly and I will step aside for a quick halftime break, and then we will come back for the second half of action. But here are the numbers after the first 30 minutes from Mercedes-Benz. Kenny Pickett went 4 for 4, 86 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions. So Pickett could not even score a touchdown in Atlanta's third-string defense. Not looking good in Pittsburgh. Just going to put that out there. Spin zone, baby. We will take a 10-minute intermission. We will see you guys in just a little bit. So don't go too far. We are back from the bloodbath that is Mercedes-Benz Stadium in preseason week 3. Pittsburgh up 24-zip over Atlanta. The game about to restart with I thought it was about Josh Ali to return the kick, but it's brutal. I mean, we're kind of making fun of it, but real talk for a moment. It's not good for the second string unit. But the Falcons are on the field, and the kick returned by Harris gets out to the 20-yard line. Rolly, we've had some fun spin zoning this, keeping it light, going, hey, who cares? Like, our second string, they're starters. But I think if you do want an actual, like, talking point that I think actually matters is the backup offensive line cannot be this team's backup offensive line.
We saw that as a struggle, PD, in the game against Cincinnati. Like, they
Yeah.
really struggled, even after the first-team offense struggled as well. I mean,
Right.
when you're going specifically at the O-line.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a real concern.
Here we go. Logan Woodside. Shotgun formation. His offensive line has done him no help today. And quick throw to Josh Ali. And this is a wide receiver screen of sorts that picks up about 9 yards. I mean, I think Arthur Smith's new plan is let's not have Logan Woodside get murdered today. Let's get the ball out of his hands very quickly. Short routes. You don't need long routes waiting for them to develop because the protection is just not going to be there. So over 100 people hanging out with us still. All of you deserve some sort of Nobel Peace Prize for gutting out the second half of this Falcons preseason finale. Woodside lines up under center. He takes the snap. It's a run to the left for Iggy, and he picks up about 4 yards on the play.
First down!
First down, you're right. First down.
Got to get excited about a Falcons first down there. Didn't
Yep.
see too many of them in the first half, so
Let's go.
We'll take one early here right away, basically.
Timothy Scott's asking why didn't he play the starters. I assume you're referring to Arthur Smith. And Timothy, I don't disagree. Like, I'm not going to be an Arthur Smith simp and just defend him blindly. That might be something we look back on and go, maybe the starters should have gotten a little bit more action in the preseason. Oh my God, Woodside is just like Superman dive by the rookie Nick Herbig from Wisconsin. And he takes Woodside down to the turf. Is that Mayfield? I think that's Mayfield. Yeah, that's Mayfield. Number 77. Baylor Mayfield just got cooked. Turducken style. Thanksgiving Day at right tackle. Shotgun formation. Second and long. Woodside once again running for his life. This time he tucks and runs and scrambles and picks up maybe about 5 yards on the play.
I'll say this, PD. I just updated the live poll, and I think it's a fascinating question, so go answer it. Are you worried about the lack of snaps played by the Falcons starters on both sides of the ball?
Yep.
Yes or no? Let me know. It's our pin poll now. I think it's a very interesting question and a real one that needs to be asked and answered.
Great question by Rolly. Everyone go let us know by responding to that pin poll. It is overwhelmingly yes so far. As Woodside throws over the middle of the field, that is caught. There we go. Sexton making a nice
Another
play on
first
the ball.
down. Woodside showing some life. Type those ones. Let's show some life in the chat, fellas.
Rolly, with roster cutdown day on Tuesday at 4 o'clock Eastern, something tells me a lot of work is going to be done between now and then for this Falcons roster. I don't think the 53 guys are on this roster right now. I think you're going to see some changes. First down and 10 from Atlanta's 44-yard line. Woodside throwing towards the sideline. That is caught. Nice play, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside.
That is one hell of a catch to get a nice little gain of 9 yards. And Falcons' third-string offense here is cooking with some gas, PD.
Here we go. Tiny setback for a greater comeback by the Falcons here in the second half. Logan Woodside better than Taylor Heineke. I mean, Heineke, I think, wrapped up the day negative yards. They went back every single series. So I'm not going to go that far, but it has not been a good preseason for Heineke, if we're being real. Woodside throwing. That is caught. Nice play by Logan Woodside. And
you know
Sexton
what?
on the
We're
reception.
going to do this a lot, Petey.
Here we go.
Type those ones.
Heineke was signed to a decently lucrative backup contract, and he did not have a very good preseason. Woodside checks it down. That is caught Parker Hesse. And on 1st and 10, maybe he gets a yard. So 2nd and 9 coming up. 2nd and 9. Here we go. Second down for Atlanta. Coming out of the break, they got the ball, and a 5-minute-plus drive at this rate has driven them into the Steelers' half of the field. Pittsburgh's 35-yard line is where the pigskin lays as Woodside lines up in the pistol formation. He takes the snap. It's a run up the middle, and this run is good for maybe a yard.
Carlos Washington, 5 carries, 6 yards. So the offensive line is getting no push, no running game, and even when the Falcons are passing the ball and Logan Woodside is finding guys, it's still not easy. He's having to throw under pressure and evade pass rush.
It is not looking good right now.
It's probably the biggest takeaway from all of preseason, if we're going to be honest. Petey and I were talking about it at halftime.
Yep. Shotgun formation. Woodside takes the snap. Looking, throwing to the flat. That's Carlos Washington, first down. Great play by Washington. A flag comes in.
Oh, boy.
Washington kind of lowered his helmet when he took on contact. I wonder if this is going to go against Carlos Washington.
I certainly hope not. Oh, it's on the other team.
It's on the defense. Personal foul.
All right,
First
we're
down.
cooking with gas, Petey.
Here we go.
I think we're in the red zone.
Rise up, baby.
Yeah, we're at the Steelers' 11-yard line. Type those one. Let's go, Falcons.
I've never been down here before. Yeah, the Steelers player just they both sort of lowered their helmets, but the Steelers player just completely put his head down. He didn't make head-to-head contact, but you just can't lead with the crown. At the 11, pistol, Woodside takes the snap, looks to his right, pressure, throws, and that is incomplete. But Woodside got that out in the nick of time as there were a bunch of black and gold jerseys swarming him. Looking for his man Fitzpatrick, unable to make the connection. So 2nd and 10, about a 6-minute opening drive to start the second half with the Falcons trailing 24-0. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside is limping around on the sideline, getting some work done by the trainers. Pistol formation yet again. Woodside takes the snap. It's a handoff, a run up the middle, and Washington fumbles. Fumble recovered by the Steelers. Steelers recover the fumble. I don't think Washington was down either. I think this is a fumble and a recovery by Pittsburgh. We'll watch the replay. I think this is a clear fumble.
So long, Carlos Washington Jr.
Yep.
It was a fun ride.
It was a fun ride indeed. I mean, talking running backs for a moment, I do wonder, like, Robinson and Algier are roster locks. We haven't seen CP84 once. My guess is he's headed for short-term IR.
Well, yeah, he's dealing with that soft tissue. I think it's a hammy. Could be wrong.
Unfortunately with Patterson, it's kind of like just something different every so often.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to get him through roster cutdown day and then put him on IR, shut him down for the first 4 weeks of the season, give him some more time, and then you bring back Carlos Washington. You bring back
you're probably
someone.
You're probably going to be able to sneak Carlos Washington onto the practice squad at least.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, Jim Frank is watching this massacre from Seoul, South Korea. Jim, I can't imagine it's a good hour right now. Oh, you said it's breakfast time, so what a brutal way to start your day, Jim. But shout out to you for tuning in. Hey, we are 15 likes away from 150 likes. Rolly, how about we break out one of our hot takes? If we reach 150 likes, Rolly and I came into today's live show with a bunch of hot takes for the 2023 NFL season for all first-time Super Chatters. But I do want to share them and unload the clip. So if we get to 150 likes, I will give you my next hot take. And if you want to get another one, Super Chat first-timers, they get a hot take revealed from Rolly and myself. So, we are 15 likes away. Hit that thumbs up button if you have not already. We've got some Steelers fans chanting, here we go, Steelers. Enjoy the preseason parade. Honestly, Steelers fans, you should know this better than anyone. The Cleveland Browns went 4-0 the year they went 0-16. Is that the path you want to go down? Ask yourself that question. Ask yourself that question. 13 likes away from 150. Keep hitting that thumbs up button if you have not already. Simplistic Grace, this is horrible, but I'm also not upset if we are really bad this season. I do not share the same thoughts. It is an awful division, the NFC South this year.
Why would you want to be bad?
Arthur Smith cannot sustain 3 straight losing years to start his time in Atlanta. Let's be honest.
Well, I applaud Arthur Smith for the job he did last season, right?
Yeah.
Because that roster was actually projected to be one of the worst, if not the worst rosters in the entire NFL. And he was able to get 7 wins out of it, 5 with Marcus Mariota, who looks like dog shit with the Eagles, 2 at the end of the year with Ridder. I applaud what he did. But this roster's revamped in a bad division. They should be expecting a winning season for the Falcons this season. Let's just be honest.
Arthur Blank is currently up in the press box, the broadcasting booth, doing a little in-game interview. So Arthur Smith gets a break from Blank just stalking the sidelines. But I think Mason Rudolph is in at quarterback for Pittsburgh. I think that's their third-string QB, which is just crazy to think about because he has been there for so long. How do you go from starting at some points to being the third string? And on second down and short, they run it, but do not pick up the first.
And it is third down.
Yep. Here we
Spin
go.
those threes.
Get those threes in the chat. Here we go.
Come on, Falcons fans. Don't give up so easily. Spam those threes.
From the 16, Rudolph in shotgun, takes the snap. Atlanta brings pressure. Rudolph evades it for a moment, then tucks and runs, and I think he's got enough for the first. It'll be close, actually.
They're giving him the first down right now, Petey.
Yeah, I think he might get it.
Yeah, they're going to give it to him.
Albert saying we just traded away our Cordero Patterson. I don't think that happened. I don't think the Atlanta Falcons executed a trade mid-preseason game. That's just going to be my bold take.
Also, Patterson's dealing with an injury. I doubt any team would want to trade for him right now.
Under center, Rudolph, midway through the third quarter, takes the snap. It's a run to the left, and this run is going to pick up
great tackle.
about 6 yards. A shoestring tackle by Jones.
That also felt like a false start by their left tackle on Pittsburgh.
Watch for this season. The left tackles now are allowed to start a quarter second early so that they have a head start on the edge rusher so that they can protect the quarterback so the quarterback doesn't get hurt and NFL ratings don't go down. Just stay woke on this.
PD conspiracy might be onto something.
Just watch for it. The left tackles are allowed to leave early. It's a run to the right for the Steelers on second and short, and they've got enough for the first down.
Oh, boy. I tell you what, this has not been pretty for the eyes if you're a Falcons fan.
We've got a big debate going in the chat right now about whether or not it should be Eric Bieniemy on the Falcons sideline.
I see that.
I'm not a big Eric Bieniemy guy, to be honest.
Feels like the Falcons fans lost interest in the game
and
are now just wanting to talk Falcons football.
We're debating head coaching hires from the 2020 hiring pool. That's tough.
Let's just say this, chat. Bieniemy doesn't have a head coaching job right now for a reason.
Yeah. Under center, Rudolph, play action, rolling to his right, checking it down, and a gain of 4. I kind of wanted to watch Darnell Washington.
He was playing.
Did I miss him?
You know, he was on there. I saw him
he was
play.
in Pickett? Dang, I thought he might.
Also, this Terminal is just no regard for human life. Hard to watch. Can't wait for cuts. Terminal does not give two shits about these guys' lives. Give me the 53-man roster, says Terminal.
He's honest. You can't hate on it. This is our raffle giveaway, $5 super chat. We're gonna sign this boxing glove and mail it to you. It's a run up the middle. Nice play. Is that who I think it is? No, it's not.
No, it's LaCale London. So good play by
Gaziano.
him. He's made a couple plays.
Yep.
But it is
Third down. Spam those threes.
Get those
Let's
threes
go.
in the chat.
Get those threes in the chat. Get those threes in the chat.
Get those threes in the chat.
Empty set for Rudolph. Third down and about 8. Takes the snap. Rudolph pressure throws over the middle. Incomplete. Is that 34? I think that might have been 34 in coverage. If that's 34, that's my dude, Clark Phillips III.
LFG, baby.
Let's
Way to get a stop,
go.
defense. Way to get a stop.
By the way, this raffle for the boxing glove will be at the 2-minute warning in the fourth quarter. So $5 super chat. You are entered into that raffle. We'll sign it. We'll mail it to you. And like I said, you get to punch and beat up all of the NFC South foes with this bad boy.
This is a great punt here.
Yeah, very good punt.
Oh.
And the return does not get very far, out to the 13-yard line.
Who's that on the return? Oh, Malone.
Xavier Malone.
Yeah. Wide receiver trying to fight for a roster
Xavier
spot.
Malone falls under Terminal's I can't wait for cuts. Sorry,
Right.
Xavier.
He will be a practice squad stash for sure.
For sure?
I think so.
Okay. If you think so, I'll buy
I'm
it.
pretty confident that the Falcons are going to try to get him on the practice squad.
Yeah. Leroy Graham, type 3. Kennard Drake saying LFG. Albert says B. Meanwhile, we have a ball no-off between Simplistic Grace and Cut Daddy. This is peak YouTube comment section. Hey, we are 17 days away from week 1 between Atlanta and Carolina. Make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed already, because Rolly and I are going to get you guys the best Falcons content on YouTube all year long. So do not miss out by being unsubbed. Don't be a scrub. Don't be a doofus. Subscribe and do future you a favor right now, because when those post-game shows come out with Atlanta winning because they're playing their starters, you will be thanking us back in time. Right, Rolly?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to be the most informed Falcons fan on the planet, subscribe to us, because we're bringing videos every day. We'll have injury news. We'll have game previews. We'll have game breakdowns. We will have it all for your Atlanta Falcons this upcoming season. And guess what? If you guys subscribe and show us love, we might even be able to do some watch parties for live regular season games. So make sure you hit that sub button if you want the best and most informative Falcons content out there.
Leroy Graham, are you worried about us since we're losing so badly? You know, Leroy, I was just thinking, if 22 starters for Atlanta are playing in this game, the score is not even remotely close to this. Like,
No,
I'm not
absolutely
saying that
not.
the
Yeah.
Steelers can't beat the Falcons when all starters regular season, but Atlanta's not getting the brakes beat off 24-0 at home to the Steelers. So
I would argue
I am worried about this. If we have learned one thing through the preseason, if we've learned two things through the preseason, it is, one, the depth's not great. Two, I'm not sold on the offense, the starters playing very little preseason snaps. I think if I could, micromanage Arthur Smith, I would have had Desmond Ridder in the starting offense and the starting defense play the first series for this game. That seems like a good opportunity 17 days before week 1 to shake off some cobwebs. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Let's see. We've got Young Ducks or Young something like that. Best page, baby. Love to see it. Woodside back out there. He lines up at the 14-yard line. Atlanta with a long field ahead of them as Woodside has nowhere to go once again. He throws. He has a man over the middle of the field. That's Harris. I felt like Woodside might have been ahead of the line of scrimmage, but maybe he was just behind it. I guess he was. He was definitely flirting with it. For anyone else watching on TV, you guys got the same thought. So that brings up first down. First and 10 for Atlanta. Jalen Mayfield is still in with the third-string offensive line right now. That's probably a good representation of where he is on the depth chart. Under center. Here we go. Woodside takes the snap. Whistle. Stop. Everyone stop.
Oh, no, not this again.
Delay a game. False start. It better not be on 77.
We were doing so good.
False start on Atlanta. They have been relatively well-disciplined this
on Michael
go-around.
Manette, who is playing center right now.
These are some made-up names. I'm not going to lie.
When you look at our depth charts, they are at the very, very bottom.
These are names that, like, do you remember, or sometimes we do these signing videos, and you're like, that's not a name I need to remember. Now you need to remember it. There's a Michael Manette. First and 15, shotgun snap, Woodside, pressure, throws it into the ground. This offense, it's the third stringers, but it's also the Steelers' second stringers. So, like, you probably should hold your own a little bit better against some of these players. Oh, boy. Second down, and what's it at? Second and 15? Yeah. Taylor says, Tyler Jokes Jones said we need to drop Flowers. We need more DBs. Oh, you're talking about, okay, I follow. Chat Sports NFL main channel, Tyler Jones. Yes. Shotgun formation. It's the snap. It's a quick wide receiver screen. That is caught, and there is absolutely no room to operate for Mr. Harris. And that brings up fourth down. So, this is getting ugly. Fourth down. Oh, third down. I'm sorry, everyone. Third down. Excuse me. Third and very long. Pistol formation. Woodside is under duress, and he flips it to Hesse. Nice play by Woodside. Hesse on third down is able to get some yardage, but not enough for a first. Logan Woodside, low-key, is winning my heart over because he has no help out there. And he is making decent plays right now. He's slipping out of tackles. He's flipping balls as he's going down to the ground. So, we're off to commercial already. 4th and 9 for Atlanta. They're going to punt it away with a little over a minute to go in the third quarter of action from Mercedes-Benz. The right-footed punt from Pinion is off. It is fair caught at the 21-yard line. Let's go Falcons. You know, let's get ourselves ready for the regular season. Shall we, Rolly? Let's get some good vibes going, not just for tonight, but I'm talking regular season, right? I'm talking weeks 1 through 18 for Atlanta, all 17 games. Rolly, we're at a commercial break. You want to rattle off some schedule predictions for fun? Is that something you can get behind? Oh, you can't talk? Oh, okay. All right. 24-0. Let's go Falcons, baby. Let's go Falcons. I got Kennard Drake typing in ATL. I've got T-Square typing in Amen RWP. Albert, win or lose. I'm a Dirty Bird fan. Chat with you guys later. Thanks for letting me chat. Be nice and kind. Oh, Albert, very kind words on the way out. Thank you so much. Yeah, this is a brutal one, but looking ahead here to the regular season, Atlanta starts the year off, first 4 games out the bat, with home against Carolina, home against Green Bay, at Detroit, and at the Jags in London. I'm looking at those 4 games. That's a win against the Panthers. That is a win against the Packers, I believe. I have no faith in Green Bay this year. Detroit could be big-time frauds. And then I'm thinking in London, Jacksonville's second home, get a win there. The London Jaguars have never been all that intimidating. So we're 4-0 like that. You come back and you take on the Houston Texans a week later, and that's an easy win. So now you're 5-0. Then the Commanders come to town. Sam Howell? I don't think so. 6-0. Then you're going to Tampa Bay. The Bucs are going to suck this year. That's 7 wins. Then you go to Tennessee. Titans, they're going to be better than I think, but give me Atlanta. I think we're at 8 wins now. Home against the Vikings. If that's it's noon game, that could be troublesome, but that's 9-0 probably. Now you're at Arizona. Cardinals are going to be awful. 10-0. Home against the Saints. Easy dub. 11. At the Jets, they'll be frauds. 12. Home against the Bucs, they'll suck. 13. I don't see a loss here. I can't seem to find a loss no matter how hard I try and look. So, congratulations. The Atlanta Falcons are going to dominate the regular season while the Steelers are going to have a parade for a preseason victory. Bravo. Bravo. Under center, it is Rudolph, handoff up the middle, and a gain of about 3. Just over a minute to go in this one. If you're just tuning in and you're kind of looking for the spark notes, if you will, on the first half of action, Kenny Pickett and the starting offense for Pittsburgh. 2 series, 2 touchdowns, not very glamorous. Defensively, T.J. Watt had a sack on not Desmond Ridder, but Taylor Heineke. So it wasn't good. That's just the short answer for it. The more in-depth answer is the offensive line has some major depth concerns. A run to the left here and just a minimal gain on the play as the broadcast booth showcases the nachos that Arthur Smith brought up with the quadruple XL hats. All right, 3rd down. Here we go. 3rd down. Need to stop. This game is wildly out of control already, but, maybe some 4th quarter magic, kind of go into the regular season on a high note. A man can dream. In shotgun, Mason Rudolph takes the snap. It's a run up the middle. And this run is bottled up. Really nice play by Atlanta's front 4. You can tell the broadcast booth is getting a bit bored of the game because they're showcasing their nachos. Oh, they have multiple nachos now. Okay. And multiple big hats. We have completely checked out of the game, even the NFL Network booth. Oh. And hey, if you're watching right now, like I said, Purple Hearts for everyone. See you at the front door of the White House tomorrow. Because 24-0 in the preseason is a tough thing to sit through as the 3rd quarter begins to come down to its final ticks here. We got some stoppage in play. I think they're either measuring. Yeah, they're measuring. And he's this short. He's short. That's short. So that's going to bring up, I believe, 4th down. I love the archaic. And I know people want the NFL to put chips in the balls. No. I love the archaic style of just eyeballing the shit out of it. And we'll see if it's good. We'll run the chains out. We'll do our best to have the chains on the field where they were on the sideline. But it looks like that is the end of the 3rd quarter. So we're 3 likes away from 150 likes. When we get to 150, I've got a hot take for the 2023 NFL season. I am dying to share, but I got to get to 150 likes. I can't give them out that easily. So hit that thumbs up button if you have not already. Log Blitz, I'll give some shout-outs in the chat right now. Should we sign Julio? I don't think Julio even really wants... I'm sure Julio wouldn't mind getting another paycheck or 2, but my suspicion is the next time we see Julio is on a 1-day contract in Atlanta. That would feel most appropriate in my eyes. 2 likes away from 150. Who are the 2 good Samaritans that are going to get us to 150 150 likes. 1 like away. Let's go there. Let's get to 100. There it is. Okay. 150 likes. I've got a hot take to give out. Here it is. I'm going to go with the NFC West has 9 wins for its division winner. I'm starting to go a little bit sour on the 49ers. They, like the Falcons, are very thin depth-wise. I have no faith in the Cardinals, no faith in the Seahawks. I think Seattle regresses big time this year. And I think the Rams are going to blow it up and completely sell all their assets. And so I wonder if San Francisco kind of limps into the playoffs 9-8. And that's one of the surprising storylines of 2023. So that's my hot take. The hotter the better. There's no kiddie pool action, as I like to say, when it comes to hot takes. Taylor Elwell wants Sterling Shepard. Sterling Shepard is a New York Giant, and he's under contract. So unless the G-men were to release Sterling Shepard, that's probably not going to happen. Taylor, NFC West, worst division in football. I think the AFC South might have something to say about that. I could see the Jags winning 10 games, the Titans win 8 games, the Texans win 2 games, and the Colts win 1 game. I think the AFC South is going to be horrible. As we're giving out more hot takes here. What's up? Here's the Super Chat menu, by the way, for anyone just tuning in right now, and you want to support the show, you want to help a couple of guys like Roy and myself out, hanging out on a Thursday night watching an absolute 24-0 bloodbath. Any Super Chat amount, you get a shout-out. First-time Super Chats, I've got more hot takes to give. $5 Super Chat, this is the raffle ticket, and so, that's the raffle prize, rather. Raffle ticket to win this signed boxing glove by Rolly and myself. And we've been beating up the Saints Florida Lee all game long for $5 Super Chats. So if you want us to punch this bad boy, $5 Super Chat, plus you're then entered into a raffle to win this bad boy. The Steelers on 4th down went for it, and they got the QB sneak to get the first down. So 1st and 10, ball sits at the 32-yard line. Shotgun snap. It's a dump down, and this goes nowhere. Good play by London and this entire Falcons defense sniffing out that last play. I always love this. Anytime an away team comes to Mercedes-Benz, they are always blown away to find out that Arthur Blank, a really good human being, does not charge an arm and a leg for soda and a Coke. You can get so much food for what the food really costs, which is $2, $3. And every single time the TV broadcast just blows a load over it. But I never get tired of it. 2nd down. Deep ball coming from Rudolph. Incomplete. Incomplete, borders in coverage. Looking for Cruikshank. And that's going to bring up, you know it, 3rd down. Start spamming those 3s. Get the 3s in the chat. Get the 3s in the chat. Spam those 3s, baby. 3rd down. 3rd and 14 from Pittsburgh's 28-yard line. Shotgun formation. Rudolph takes the snap. He's looking. Pressure. Gets out of it. Face mask. There's going to be a penalty on the play, but he finds a guy over the middle of the field anyway. So Atlanta gives up the 1st down, and they're going to get a flag for a personal foul, face mask, 15 added yards. So in other words, about a 35-yard play, about a 25-yard play. Nope, 30 yards for the Steelers. And a game that can not go well in any element for Atlanta. It continues to get worse. Clear and obvious face mask penalty on the Falcons there. So that will kick the ball out towards midfield. And Rudolph and Pittsburgh are in great position. Hey, we got a $10 Super Chat! Let's go! Love to see it. Okay, we'll get this $10 Super Chat on screen. It's First and 10, Pittsburgh really quickly from Atlanta's 42-yard line. Rudolph under center takes the snap, a run to the left, and a gain of about 4 on the play. Taylor Elwell, $10 super chat. Thanks so much, Taylor. I've got nothing to offer. Well, we got $10 to offer, so I wouldn't say nothing. Arnold Ebiketie, Defensive Player of the Year. Heard it here first. Taylor, that is a scalding hot take. I don't know if I'll go with Arnold Ebiketie to win Defensive Player of the Year. Let's focus on getting 5 sacks for the Falcons first, and then we can get to that stage. But I love it, Taylor. You are a real one, as Archangel says in the chat. Thank you so much for the super chat. You will be entered into our raffle, and I've got a new hot take for you after the 2nd and 6 run. That is good for about 2 yards. Okay. Excuse me. Taylor, I see your Arnold Ebiketie Defensive Player of the Year prediction, and I match you with this. Probably not match, but I at least try to match you. I think Brandon Staley and Dennis Allen get fired this year. Dennis Allen is so lucky to be an NFL head coach right now. He was awful with the Raiders. He happened to be in New Orleans when Sean Payton retired to get out of that city. And meanwhile, Brandon Staley, I feel like it's just not going to happen. So they're going to go with a young offensive guru. So that's my hot take for 2023. Those 2 coaches are out of jobs after this season. 3rd down. Here we go. Rudolph throwing. That's incomplete. That's incomplete. That's incomplete because of Leroy Graham putting 3 in the chat. So that brings up 4th down as the camera goes over to Bijan Robinson, fully padded up on the bench right now. Bijan's probably thinking, I don't know why I had to put pads on. There was a 0% chance I was going to touch the field. So 4th down, and I think, yep, the Steelers are going to punt. And it's Xavier Malone deep for Atlanta on the return. Fair caught at the 8-yard line. So we are, by the way, in case you are keeping score at home, we're nearly at $100 in Super Chats. We're at $97. If someone out there wants to kind of give us that last push to get over the hump, plus a $5 Super Chat would accomplish that and enter you in the raffle to win this boxing glove to beat up the NFC South this year. So, Rolly, Super Chats, as always, go a super long way. No pun intended. Can we show them what the wheel looks like? Because we are now in the 4th quarter. We're going to do the drawing at the 2-minute warning. So I kind of want to show everyone what they are in line for potentially. So we'll get the wheel on screen in just a moment. Here it is. In 3, 2, 1, abracadabra. And so basically, we'll just spin that wheel. Whoever it lands on, hit me up on Twitter, and we will mail this out to you. And you can add this beautiful collectible item to your Falcons man cave, your office, your desk, your whatever, wherever you watch Falcons football. And anytime you've got buds over to watch the game, people go, that's signed by like Mike Tyson. Like, no, I'll do you one better. You know the Falcons today, guys? Yeah, that's them. All right, let's see if we can pick up some subscribers, though. Can we pick up 10 subs in the next minute? We're going to start keeping track here. We're going to build a counter of all the subscribers we've gotten off this read here. So let's make sure if you are not subscribed, you are subscribed by the time we are back from commercial break. Hit that sub button, and while you are subscribing, do yourself a favor, turn your notifications on. That way you don't miss a single thing. But once you join the channel, make sure you let me know in the chat so I can give you a shout out. Wow, Brandon the GOAT has got quite the potty mouth. So that's not going to stand. That was something. And I'm just so happy my girl does not look at the chat. Otherwise, I'd be in big trouble by Brandon the GOAT. Fred, I liked and subscribed tonight. Fred, you're the man. Thank you so much for joining the channel. You have no idea how much that means. You know, Fred's been so active in the chat. Would anyone be opposed to maybe adding Fred to the wheel? I feel like it'd be a really nice addition. If people got, beef against it, that's okay. But I do want to give back to some of you that I know not everyone's able to super chat. So, Fred, thank you for joining the channel tonight and being so active in the chat. We got over 157 likes. Make sure you like the video if you have not already. Brandon the Jober, go Falcons. We can still win this. Brandon, I wish I had your confidence, dude. I wish I had your confidence in college. I would have done a lot better. It's a run to the left for the Falcons, though, after the timeout. And Carlos Washington picks up about 6 yards. Leslie liked and subscribed today. Leslie, welcome to the channel. Great to have you aboard. You're going to fit in just nicely here. 11-ish minutes to go in the fourth quarter of action. All the scoring took place in the first half. No scores so far in the second half. Second down and 4. Shotgun formation. The snap. Quick throw. That's caught. First down to Washington. Logan Woodside, I felt like got off to a bit of a shaky start, but he has really settled in nicely, and he's not going to be on this, I don't think at least, I should preface with that, I don't think he's going to be on the active 53-man roster, but I think they're going to put him on their practice squad. He will be, brought up for game day and not count against the active 46. Pistol formation. Quick throw out to the sideline. That is Harris picking up about 8 yards or so. We've got Rob Reed. I feel so bad I missed this whole game. Can I get a little recap? Rob, it's not good, but the recap is the Steelers played all their starters. The Falcons didn't play any of their starters, and the score reflects it. Pittsburgh jumped down Atlanta's throat 14-0 in the first quarter, and they did not take their foot off the gas after that. As for a Falcons lens, as Harris picks up the first down, the offensive line is atrocious. The good news is not a single starter played. So hopefully all 5 starters for Atlanta play every single snap this year. But if there is an injury, be concerned, because the backups, cheeks, would be a compliment to the way they have played so far in the preseason. Here we go. 1st and 10, Atlanta. They're at the 36. Making their way downtown. Pistol formation, takes the snap. Woodside handoff, run. Gain of maybe 3 by Washington. DeMarco Hellams, Rolly and I's preseason legend, our prince, if you will, as I love to say. He was awesome today. He made a lot of really nice plays. He was out there with the second-string defense, so that might speak volumes to where Atlanta views Hellams in terms of his spot on this roster and on the depth chart. Wow, that's the nuts and the bolts of the game so far. You haven't missed a lot of great content. Let's be real. 8 minutes to go. Shotgun snap. Woodside checking it down. That is caught by our man Josh Ali on 2nd and manageable, which makes it 2nd and 4. Yeah, the wide receiver room is not looking tremendous. And Atlanta's playing a bold strategy of Mac Hollins and Drake London don't get hurt. And they run a lot of 12 personnel, one running back, 2 tight ends, 21 personnel, 2 running backs, 1 tight end, but just 2 receivers max on the field. Get Bijan in the slot a little bit, Algier in the backfield. Here it is, Woodside looking around, throwing over the middle. That is through the hands of an open receiver, and it hits the floor harmlessly, falling incomplete. Woodside had a man in the middle of the field. That is Harris, and he just can't hold on for the reception. And what would have been a first down, but instead it is 4th and 8. Yep, 4th and 8. Falcons are going for it. This is the game. Comes down to this. Atlanta's last gasp. Down 24. The shotgun snap. The flag. The false start on the entire offensive line. Because anytime you go for it on 4th and 8, you ask yourself, wouldn't 4th and 13 be a bit more challenging and a bit more fun and rewarding? So why not be a little bit, anxious and jump off sides, as the rookie 7th-rounder Javon Gwynn did, and Atlanta punts. I do love this here. Like, they're punting on 4th and 13, down 24-0, because they're like, at some point, 4th and 13, we just can't even, that's too risky. What if we don't get it? Oh, no. Those 5 yards, that's really what changed the course here of this decision-making process. Kennard Drake, I wanted to see more from us. Kennard, I wanted to see more from the Falcons starters. How about that for starters? No pun intended. Right? How about Desmond Ridder plays a series? If you don't want to play Bijan, okay. You don't play Bijan. I get that. But you should have a good chunk of the starters out there in this last preseason game if you only played them in one of the first 2 preseason games. If you wanted to play your starters in the first 2 preseason games and then shut them down for the third one, go for it. But I don't like Atlanta's approach of just one series in week 2 of the preseason. If the team gets off to a slow start, we are going to come back to this moment. Hey, we got over 130 people watching right now. We're at 160 likes. Hit the thumbs up button if you have not already, as we are 5 minutes away, by the way, from the 2-minute warning, when we will do a raffle drawing for this signed boxing glove right here to beat up the NFC South this season. So $5 super chat, and we will enter you into the drawing for this boxing glove. Rob Reed saying the Falcons will start slow and their season will not be good. The good news for Atlanta is they get to play like an SEC schedule, but it's Alabama's first game in November when they get to play the School of Blind and Deaf, where they are starting off with the Panthers. Rookie quarterback, week 1, on the road. No chance Carolina wins. Green Bay at home, I don't think the Packers and Jordan Love are going to do anything this year. They've got the Commanders. They've got the Bucks. They've got the Jags. Winnable games across the board. Jim Frank asking, the Falcons have the most talent of all NFC South teams. The question is, do they have the best coaching? Jim, that's a good question to raise, and I think the answer is, I think. Because you look at the other 3 coaches, Frank Reich, in my eyes, is a good coach. He kind of got the short end of the stick in Indianapolis with Chris Ballard giving him a new starting quarterback every season. And unfortunately, the ultimate sweet prince, Matty Ice, last year just couldn't get it done for one more year. But Dennis Allen sucks. Todd Bowles in Tampa, I think he's actually an okay coach. But I think Arthur Smith, for the talent he's had the last 2 years, 7 games with Mariota as a starting quarterback, is looking mightily impressive right now. Okay, here we go. We are down to the last half of the 4th quarter coming out of the timeout. It will be Pittsburgh's ball. And if you're trying to make some, conclusions on the 53-man roster, I'll tell you this much. The guys out there right now, probably not too favorable to make the 53-man roster. One guy out there is Big Jelly Ellis, Justin Ellis. They signed him like 3 weeks ago. Not great to see him out there with these 4th stringers. On first down, Pittsburgh does everyone in America a big favor and runs the football. Mike Tomlin's like, I heard a lot about those lemon pepper wings. Is it too late? What time do they close? Oh, they don't close. Okay. He wants to go to varsity? I don't know. Yeah. Oh, there was that one guy earlier who said he bet $1,000 on the over. And I was like, 24-0 is a lot of points. You might be in good shape. It's not the narrator. He was indeed not in good shape. 2nd down and 7. It's a run to the right. And Matt Canada's like, hey, we got a flight home tonight. Let's get back on the plane soon. Like, legitimately, they don't do this in the regular season, but I think there is something to the Steelers going, hey, it's 10 p.m. We're flying home after the game. We've won this game. We know our roster. We are running the clock. That brings up 3rd down, though. 3rd down. Here we go. This is the game. Shotgun snap. Steelers throw it downfield. This is incomplete, but there's going to be a flag. Right? No flag? Atlanta might have dodged a bullet there. I thought there might have been a flag. Good on Darren Hall for committing a penalty and not getting flagged for it. Which honestly, it's probably a flag. But half the battle of being a DB is getting away with penalties. Because you know that you have to, flirt the line of breaking the rules if you want to be a successful defensive back. The punt is off. And it's a very, very beneficial bounce for the Pittsburgh Steelers as it rolls down to the 18-yard line. So it'll be Atlanta's ball within their own 20 on the other side of a commercial break. With 6 minutes and change to go, big time play. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, I like this question a lot. How many wins for the 2023 Falcons? What are we thinking? Huh? We thinking... I think my prediction was 8-9 back when the schedule came out in April. And I've changed my tune and I have found an extra win. I'm 9-8 for this team. I am 9-8 for this team. Rolly is going with 10 wins. So Rolly is maybe pandering to the audience a little bit. But no, honestly, Rolly has said 10 since January 1, 2022. Before last season actually ended, before the Bucs game, he's like, this year's done. Next year, 10 wins for this team. Which, after a 7-win season, isn't asking all that much, right? You just got to maintain the start they had last year. Jamie says 10 wins. Fred says 9-8. Taylor says 13 and fight me. Kind of like Taylor. Taylor is a feisty little dude. Taylor, I like it. Rolly's bold prediction is Falcons 9-7 for Saints 8-8 in week 17 or 18, week 18 last week to win the division, and Atlanta takes them down. And Trace Gerard at Saints now has an all-time meltdown, and Rolly and I run into the studio and clown him. Terminal says 11-5-1. Jason Greenway says 10. Rob says 3 wins for the Falcons in the division, maybe 5 more at best, 8-9. Fred says 9-8. Brandon says 9-8 or 11-6. So Brandon doesn't see this team winning 10 games. They could win 9 or they could win 11. I don't really understand how we got that train of thought, but I kind of like it, Brandon. Jamie says 10. This is the new pin poll, by the way, on today's show. So go vote up ahead at the top. We'll see which one gets the most votes and announce it later. 4 minutes away from the 2-minute warning, we will do a drawing for this boxing glove. Rolly and I will sign it, and you can have it. Add to your Falcons memorabilia, and always remember the game that no one wants to remember, which is this preseason finale. Check down by Woodside is caught, and that's a gain of about 6 by Carlos Washington Jr. We are currently looking at the Arthur Smith beer timeline. And I shaved today, so I look more like old Art. But I kind of like the mustache Art. You got to score if you're Atlanta. You got to get on the board. You cannot get shut out at home in a preseason game. $5 super chat, join the raffle at the last moment. Woodside hands it off. Washington to the right. Carlos is only going to good for about a yard or 2. So that brings up 3rd and 4. We're going to quiet down. Offense is at work. Fred, what you say is mean, but it is true. I hope you win now. Fred's got to win. Is Fred in? I think Fred's in. Yeah, Fred was awesome. 3rd and 3 now for Atlanta. Pistol formation, under 5 minutes to play. The snap, handoff, the run, Washington. He is tackled right near the first down marker. I don't think they gave him a very kind spotting, and this might be 4th and inches. If that's the case, I think you should go for it. 4th and 1, 4th and inches. Okay. 4th and inches. They're in the pistol on 4th and inches. I have a bad feeling about this. I'm going to level with you guys. They run it, and I called it. It goes absolutely nowhere. Loss on the play on 4th and inches. Anytime it's 4th and inches and you can line up in shotgun, you have to do it. Because why just go under center and just snap and QB sneak it for an extra 4 inches? No. It's easier to go forward by going backwards first. I mean, I don't know if Arthur Smith just watched way too many Lincoln commercials. Like sometimes to move forward, you got to go backwards. Not in football, Art. Just go forward, dude. Just do the QB sneak. You got it. You got it. Okay. Let's rally the troops here. Morale boost. Minister of Morale. We've got a couple minutes to just eke out here. Any super chat you get on screen. First time super chat. I've got 6, 7 more bold predictions. I don't want to go home with them. I want to share them with you all. But I got to hold myself to a standard. $5 super chat. Well, we've got this boxing glove that we're going to sign and give away that you probably heard me talk about at least a million times. But I don't want anyone to miss out because the drawing is going to be at the 2-minute warning, which is just a few minutes away. $10 to Beers Cheers, $20. It's a shot. Rolly and I took a couple shots to start the watch party when the score was 0-0. It has since, it's gone downhill. But that's what we're going with here. Taylor, you grow a stash like that, I'll get my grandmammy to subscribe and watch daily. Is this a personal attack on my inability to grow facial hair by Taylor? I'm taking it that way, and I just want you to know that I'm not going to do it, but if I wanted to, I could do it. And we don't need your grandmammy. I'll say it. I'll say it. Scotty Adams, go Falcons, fly road victory. We got a Steelers fan, Chelsea Rose. Chelsea, are you going to bring your own foldable chair for the preseason parade that Pittsburgh will be hosting, or will you just stand for it? Because I've never seen a fan base celebrate a preseason win quite like the Pittsburgh Steelers, which, hey, a win's a win. I just know a couple of teams won all their preseason games and then went on to lose every regular season game. But hopefully that doesn't happen for you guys this year. No, I'm sure not. I'm sure not. Brandon is getting some correct colors in the chat. Shout out to Brandon. Subscribe. Make sure you are a part of Falcons Today by Chat Sports. Rolly and I are doing our best to get you guys as much content as possible, but we need more subscribers to lobby the bosses to give us more studio space. 1st and 10, and the Steelers take over at Atlanta's 25 after the failed 4th and inches play, which was out of shotgun, because why not? And that should be intentional grounding. Oh, they're going to say receiver in the area. Boo. The broadcast booth is just playing costume design right now. They've got fake mustaches on. They've got big boy, like triple XL hats on. It's a circus right now at the NFL Network. An absolute circus. Do you think they'll Gatorade bath Mike Tomlin for going 3-0 in the preseason? Under center, I don't even know who's that quarterback right now for Pittsburgh. It's no longer Mason Rudolph. They have a new quarterback. No, it's number 5. I don't know. NFL Network might just replace Comedy Central because they're all wearing fake mustaches because Arthur Smith has one. And it's elite. Well, I know it's on NFL Network. I know it's a Falcons booth and whatnot, but. Okay, here we go. Shotgun formation for the 4th-string quarterback by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Throw towards the end zone. That's incomplete. Good defense by Atlanta. That brings up 4th down. It's Tanner Morgan in at quarterback. Wasn't he the Minnesota? That's the Minnesota quarterback. I guess good for Tanner Morgan. Yeah, that is the Minnesota quarterback for sure. Oh, yeah. Rolly, check what T-Square just said in the chat. The extra field goal is up. It's no good. It's no good. The backup kicker for Pittsburgh missed it. I also discovered that Pittsburgh has a backup kicker. It's not even Chris Boswell out there. So Atlanta is fired up on the sideline right now. This could be the turning point in the game. This is the moment that Atlanta will look back on and go, that was the start of the 2023 Super Bowl DVD when Pittsburgh missed that field goal at the end of the third game of the preseason. This is the moment that Atlanta starts to go on a rampage. I'm confident. Okay, here we go. 3 minutes to go. Shotgun formation. Woodside still in at quarterback. He's fumbling. Fumbled on the first play. That is scooped up and recovered by Pittsburgh. Oh, no. Woodside was going to throw it and just tomahawk on his arm. It's definitely a fumble. He looks to be in some pain. Woodside's in some discomfort for sure, as he should be. This was horrible. And I cannot stress this enough. Downright un-American, atrocious, unwatchable play by the left tackle. And Woodside is wincing in pain on the bench right now. Oh, that sucks to see. Looks to be an arm injury of sorts. The guy has battled all game with no help from his offensive line. So I'm thinking it would be Taylor Heineke to come in and finish this game. Under center, Tanner Morgan hands it off. It's a run up the middle. Minimal gain on the play. 3 minutes to go. Last call, $5 super chat. Hey, you can get us over $100 in super chats, which would honestly go a really long way for Rolly and I to get more studio space to do more Falcons watch parties. But most importantly, it enters you into a raffle to win the signed boxing glove to remember the day that Pittsburgh beat the crap out of the Falcons. We picked this item thinking this night would go so different. But now you just got to embrace it. Just never forget this game. This is the kind of game that you tattoo onto your lower back. Always have that bad memory. A run to the left for Pittsburgh on 2nd and 9, and this run goes for just a few yards. T-square Tommy John surgery for Woodside. I wouldn't go all the way there, but it did look like Woodside kind of like got this pulled back, which really screws with your elbow. Oh, right at the nick of time! A $5 super chat coming in from Fred30533. Thanks for live streaming the game tonight. You have to use this $5 to get a crumble cookie now. Fred, ask and you shall receive. I'm off tomorrow, so I'll be getting crumble. Let me know if it's a good menu this week. Let me give you a hot take, and then we'll spin the wheel, Rolly. So my hot take, I'm going to go with, ready for this? I think the Rams finished third in the NFL draft, and they draft Drake May. I think the Rams are going to bottom out this year. First is Caleb Williams to, well, it's another hot take that I need a first-time super chatter to send in so I can share it. Second is Marvin Harrison to the Cardinals, and the Rams have the third pick, and they get Drake May. So, Fred, that's my hot take. Are we ready to spin that wheel? Let's spin the wheel, Rolly. Here we go. To win the boxing glove, it is Mark Carrazzo. Mark, if you're still here, Rolly will put his Twitter in the chat. DM him on Twitter. Give us, just the address. We don't need your social or anything too crazy like that. And we will send you the glove. Rolly and I will sign it. We will pop it in the mail. and it'll be on your doorstep in 3 to 4 business days. So, Mark, thank you so much. Hopefully you're still here. Otherwise, we could have an issue. I did see someone ask about Atlanta adding another quarterback if Logan Woodside is hurt. If Logan Woodside is out for the year or just misses any time, he will be waived with injury designation, and the Falcons will definitely add another quarterback and make that quarterback their practice squad quarterback. So Atlanta will have a quarterback on their practice squad. I'm trying to decide. Mark, please make yourself known so we know that you are here to claim your winnings. Otherwise, we'll probably do another drawing at the end of the game. Is that fair to everyone? Mark's got till the end of the game to show that he is still here. Otherwise, I don't want to go home with, like, you guys, someone deserves it. So, Mark, hopefully you're still watching, dude, because you've got a piece of NFL history waiting to come to you. But we need you to make yourself known. Come on out, Marky Mark. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Spam ATL, over 100 people watching right now. This is the biggest group of Falcons fans on the face of the planet because there's less than 2 minutes to go in week 3 of the preseason. They are down 24-0, but you don't care. You're not leaving. You're still here. So shout out to you. Mark, I hope you're in the chat. I'm losing confidence, though. I'm losing confidence. Okay. 3rd down. Steelers are going to go. Well, Steelers not going to go for it. Steelers have it. 3rd and 8. Shotgun snap. Tanner Morgan, frazzled, throws. That is caught, but for a loss on the play. Nice job by Atlanta's defense suffocating that screen pass. I'm gonna kill Arthur Smith. Atlanta just called a timeout to stop the clock with 24-0 on the scoreboard. What is going on, Arthur? You can't do that to us. Good news is it looks like Logan Woodside's okay. He's throwing the ball, so fingers crossed. It was just kind of a stinger of sorts. Mark, if you're out there, let us know. You won the glove, dude. Let us know, Mark. They're going for it. Steelers are going for it on 4th and long. They take the snap. Tanner Morgan throws towards the end zone. That is caught but out of bounds. Wow, really good throw and catch, but unfortunately for the receiver, it ain't college football. You got to get 2 feet in bounds, and I think he just gets 1. He catches it. He doesn't get 1. He doesn't even come close, actually. It's not even in the same zip code of the end zone. It's actually so far out of the end zone, it's impressive how far away he was from the end zone. Mark, are you out there? Otherwise, drawing number 2 at the end of this game. But I want, the ball not to lie. Mark was the first initial winner. Here it is, a shotgun snap. It's a handoff, a run to the right for Washington, and he picks up a couple of yards. If Atlanta calls timeout, we riot. We are at Flowery Branch tomorrow morning demanding our time back. Second down, shotgun snap, hurry up offense for Atlanta. Woodside sidesteps a tackle, and then he gets taken down, but he might be at the 1st down marker. Okay. Minute to go. This is it. It all comes down to this drive. Throw over the middle. That is caught. That's Slade Bolden for all my SEC fans out there, former Alabama Crimson Tide player. And that might be, okay, Atlanta called a timeout. Dude, there has to be a read the room moment of, hey, I know the coaching staff is trying to do their job and evaluate and whatnot, but also when you make fans come to your game and you put up a 24-0 stinker, put them out of their misery. There has to be some level of give and take of, We get it. You have a job to do. But the reality is we pay for your job with these extraordinarily expensive tickets. And then we come out and you put up this clunker of a performance, and then you drag out the last couple of seconds. Slade Bolden with another reception. That's my TED Talk. Arthur Blank is on the sideline. He looks pissed. Arthur Blank looks like he might fire Arthur Smith right now. I mean, not really, but he's disappointed. He's a disappointed grandpa. Check down to Carlos Washington on 1st and 10. It's good for 9 yards, 35 seconds and counting. Atlanta's got 1 timeout remaining. Last call, Mark. Hopefully you are still watching right now, Mark. It's a run for Washington, and this will probably be the last play of the game. Oh, my God. If he calls timeout. No, he did not. He called timeout. Oh, my God. You're down 24-0, and you're calling a timeout? This is a joke. Art, you don't want to play the starters? Fine. You want to lose 24-0? Not fine. But you want to call timeouts down 24-0 in the fourth quarter? Unacceptable. 1st and 10. First and 10. It's a drop back. Woodside's going to get sacked. Down he goes. Arthur Smith probably wants him to fake an injury to stop the clock. That's going to probably do it for the game. I'm Mark Starter. He was my backup. And Logan Woodside is literally walking off the field with the clock ticking. The whole offensive line was ready for one Hail Mary. Logan Woodside walks up, puts his hand on his center's back, and turns away and starts walking towards the sideline like, what are you guys doing? This game is over. Everyone spam F in the chat. It's the only acceptable answer. Rolly, should we spin the wheel again until we get a winner that's still here? I think that's the only option we have at this point. Mark, please, if you're watching, identify yourself so you can claim your winnings. Otherwise, we got to go to the next person. Congrats to the Steelers for their preseason Super Bowl. I mean, anytime you can peek into preseason, you got to do it. So that's a great poll. Which F do you think will get the most amount of likes? First, second, you think number 1? I think 2. I think people go F. No, that's a little harsh. Oh, it's just F's all across. Okay. Yeah. All right. Should we do another drawing? Yeah. Okay. Mark, one last call, and then we're going to sign off. No post-game show today for a game like this. What we will do, though, tomorrow, give you guys kind of a quick plug, is we will be putting out a new roster projection video following 3 preseason games. So Taylor with $1 super chat. Taylor, thank you so much. Really appreciate that tip in the jar, my friend. Taylor, you're the man, dude. But yeah, stay tuned. Tomorrow, Rolly and I will put out our updated roster projection video, and this game might have some implications on that. Wink, wink, Jalen Mayfield, you're out of here. Running with a third-string offensive line. Okay. We are going to spin the wheel one more time whenever Rolly gives me the green light as he gets all of his ducks in a row. But Mark, if you're watching, dude, now is the time to come and stake your claim. For everyone else in the raffle drawing, stay tuned. We're going to have another drawing until we have a winner that is present so we can sign this and mail it to you. Otherwise, it has to sit on my desk. And that's not fun because some of you guys, chipped in and definitely deserve a shot at winning it. We've got Isaiah trolling in the chatting right now. Isaiah, I'm going to presume you are a Steelers fan. So I am presuming that you should go to bed soon because you got a big day tomorrow. You've got your preseason parade championship. You don't want to be late for that, bud. You don't want to be late for that. Brandon, Jalen Mayfield, worst offensive line draft pick. It has not worked out. It has not worked out for the former Michigan Wolverine. It hasn't really worked out at guard. Hasn't really worked out at tackle. Just has not really worked out. Okay, Rolly. As soon as you are ready to roll, we'll get another drawing here, and then we'll call it a show. We have removed Mark. Mark, I'm sorry, dude. You got one last-ditch effort here to get on screen or just make your presence known. We ready? Here it is. This is Taylor Elwell. Taylor Elwell was here maybe 60 seconds ago. Taylor, I hope you're still around because you are our winner. Hit up Rolly. He'll put his Twitter link back in the chat in just a moment. And we will get in contact with you, and we will mail you this signed boxing glove so that you can never forget this awful night. Taylor, congratulations, dude. I really hope you didn't sign off. Otherwise, you're not going to believe it. We're going to have to run it back again. Let's give Taylor a moment. In the meantime, if you want to burn your eyes, here are the stats. Taylor, please, rise from the ashes. This could be interesting. Oh, Taylor, let's go! Taylor, hit up Rolly on Twitter, and we will get you the signed glove. Congratulations. Thank you so much for your super chat. And to everyone who super chatted today, thank you so much. Want to run through some stats? Yeah, Logan Woodside played a solid game. 24 for 31, 196 yards. Not great. I'll kind of read out some of the other stats. We had Iggy get Carlos Washington got 13 carries for 27 yards. I thought he could make the roster. Probably not anymore. Kalen Harris, 6 grabs, 71 yards. Maybe he tries to make a late push for that last wide receiver spot. But something tells me this wide receiver room is pretty, well put together here. I just think everyone we saw play tonight is kind of out of contention. Except for a couple of guys, because you can't sit every member of the 53-man roster. By and large, I think we are looking at a bunch of guys who are competing for a practice squad spot. Which for Kalen Harris, we're talking about, the 53-man roster being all or nothing. Dude, being a UDFA and making the practice squad, and you get paid $8,000, $10,000 a week. That's pretty good living. Not going to lie. Not bad whatsoever. Okay. Rolly, you ready to call it a show? Yep. Taylor, hit up Rolly on Twitter, please. That is the only way we can really get in contact with you so that you can win this signed glove. So, Taylor, the link for Rolly's Twitter is in the chat. Hit him up. Make a Twitter if you don't have one. Just to DM him or something. Tweet at Rolly, and we will reach out to you, and we will get you squared away. So, with that being said, for producer Nic Rohloff, Matthew Peterson here, bidding you guys adieu. The Steelers take down the Falcons 24-0, but we will see everyone a lot of times in between now and Week 1 against the Carolina Panthers, but hopefully a much different result in Week 1 of the regular season.